Joseph Lancer. You are currently in a sci-fi universe ruled by the Third Union, the universal government that rules over all humanoid life. The Third Union, of course, has got its home on Earth, although it is no longer called that since the Great Collapse and the subsequent battles of the First Union, Second Union, and now we have the Third Union. So things are pretty good, apart from the mega corporations slowly destroying everybody's lives. You've all been purchased by said mega corporation as your bail has been paid. You've either committed a crime, been branded as committing a crime, or just someone didn't like you and threw you in jail. And so they've paid your bail, and now you are in somewhat of a. You can't have. The Third Union doesn't endorse slavery, but since it's technically you're being paid, it isn't slavery. But once you pay off your bail, well, that's up to you what you do then. But until then, you're property of Whanita Mega Corporation. The last thing you saw in prison was you were roughly dragged from your cell, thrown into your cryopod, and sealed up. And that is it. That's all you remember. Ever. Take. Wow. I see how it is. Well done. Let me...
What?
Music on?
Yeah, music's on.
No, change music. Change music.
Paul wants the good music on. Titanfall.
We zoom in
Dramatic.
to a starry sky. Blackness flying into the distance, looking down upon a red ball of a planet. And from under us, a large carrier ship appears. Solar panels at the sides, slowly approaching the planet. Covered in red metal with white paint. A number of arches. Oh, not arches. What are they called?
Engines?
Semicircular designs drawn on. You know, so like arches, but on white paint all the way down. And then the middle point, solar panels speaking out to gather power to increase the ion engines. You don't know how long you've been traveling this, but I'm sure you'll soon. We zoom in to the ship, through the airlocks and the hulls, through rows and rows of cryopods in the main bay, until we put a small door at the end. Its arched window shining the smallest amount of light through. As we come through the arched window, we peer left, where there are 6 cryopods, lined up at the side, rapidly expelling cold air from their bottom, cooling the inside of the compartment, but also heating up the inhabitants inside. A small screen flickers on the end of the corridor, and then each one of you drop from your cryopods. Sean, could you please introduce your character as we pan to the first person who falls out of the cryopod?
Yep. So the landing on the ground is first. A very wide set man, say mid to late 30s, dark skin with even darker dreadlocks and hazel eyes. It's like tungsten all around him. Am I still equipped with my heart suit?
You are, yes.
Yeah, so he's currently dressed up in a basically a skin tight. What's the name of the suits from 40K? The body gloves. Yeah,
Body
essentially.
Body
Yeah,
gloves.
it's essentially, but it's tinted like silvery white all over. Sort of just like coils the fact that he's now surrounded by disgusting heat, and he just looks back into the cryopods like.
Well, the opposite, you're frozen. There's currently white, like dry ice being shoved underneath your fucking ankles as it cools the pod. Cools the pod.
I'm gonna go back to the cold. Do I see anyone else popping out of their pods around me?
Indeed. As the camera pans into your face, showing us a close up,
Mhm.
a small box appears beside you. Crime committed. Insurrectionist. And a couple more fall below it, but almost roll too fast through the screen for eyes to catch.
Mhm.
Bail. 50,000 mana. Slide up to the next person. Nathan, please describe your character. Who falls out of this cryopod?
Look at me. What's your name, friend? You look.
Hi,
Cat.
cat.
Hey.
You look like a Grimory. Your name Grimory? Grigori. Close enough. Like, hold out the hand. Galen. Pleasure. Is it the mechanical hand or the flesh hand?
Hmm.
I was right in there like 2 seconds ago, my man. I have no idea where we are. I'm assuming you don't either by the tone. Can I peek over? What's this fucker charged for, Paul?
As you peek over, the screen again pops up beside in a hallway, and again it rolls through the charge of crypt.
Uh-huh.
Charges insurrectionist. Charge 12,500 mana. And as you do this, we pan around as another person drops out of a cryopod. Reese, can you please describe your character?
Alright. Dropping out of this pod is a fairly short, maybe only like 5'4", 5'5", fairly slender, like pale man, falls to the ground. Got like completely clean shaven and very short, like blonde hair that's like kind of like slightly slick back. So like kind of like what mine is, but like way like no, not long enough to go into a top knot or anything like that. Just like pulled back, like shaved sides and stuff. He like drops down, like looks up at like the other two. He's got these like fairly large like brown eyes. Just like looks at them, stands, looks up and down. We're in heart sits, yeah.
Yeah, if you want to, it's up to you.
Yeah, mine is just like uh, fairly like body glovish, but then there's like I imagine like there's just like some pieces of like armor in places, but like not like terribly, like, almost like the Mandalorians kind of, where it's like there's like small little pauldron, like chest piece kind of thing, but it's not like armor.
There you go. Perfect. And again,
Oh.
the charges don't roll on this one. It's just like, whoop, takes up to one. Murder of a Lancer pilot. 500 mana. And we slide over once more to the last cryopod. Drops open. Freeing Haggie's character. Please describe yourself.
So, what comes out is a fairly normal looking guy. Just brown hair.
You're telling
Bit
me
of
no
a
body
beard.
glove?
Yep, hardened battle suit. But he's a bit of a. What he does is a bit strange. He cracks off one of like the cold canisters of the cryo tube
Mm-hmm.
off of it and like just. And then realizes and sees the UG3 and then goes, no? No, I'm literally like got a cryo, like the frozen chemical part, and just going.
We're in a little room, yeah?
You're
Or
in a little,
where?
almost like airlock room where you see the 4 pods have been rolled in on rails from the main hangar.
Ah, I
So
see, I
there's like
see.
thousands of pods lined up. And the small screen is at one end of it, and the door is on the other.
Okay, I'm just gonna start walking towards the door.
Okay. You
No
approach
one
the
wants
door.
to take a hit.
I guess not. You approach the door.
Wait,
The
she
same
has.
little arched window is in the middle, not a little bit frosted from the heat inside the cabin dropping so much, and Haggie's character cracking off the crowd, and making more cold air. And you see that inside, the rest of the ship is dark, almost like it's empty. There's a couple of like interior lighting still lighting up, like maintenance lights, like small green lights, small red lights, but it's very dim.
Is there like what do you call it? Like something like a control panel to open the door or
Yeah,
something?
there's a panel on the side of the door. You can see it's currently powered down. It's sort of like a black slate touchscreen panel.
I can put my hand on it.
Put your hand on it. It's like a green line shoots through the like top to bottom, drops through it. Another one drops on the right. Scans your palm print. Like it flashes red, boop, boop, twice. Nothing happens.
Okay, I like kind of pull my hand back, look at it, and then just like kind of clasp both my hands behind my back, and then just stand off to the side, and just like almost like in a what do you call it?
Like at ease
Like
position.
at ease position, like soldier with inspection kind of thing.
Mm-hmm. Makes sense. Makes sense. Anybody else doing anything in this time? Or
I look over at one of the other cryopods, the other three, and notice that on the crime bar it says indecent exposure on one of them.
fair enough. Fair enough. The rest are all rasterized out. Don't show anything. Sorry. It's like they've been redacted almost. Doesn't look like it. He did just put his hand on the panel, but there's always a few ways to open doors.
Is there glass or anything?
There is a small arched window in the middle. It's like a large circular glass door almost that opens vertically, and in the middle there's like an arched window you can just sort of peer through.
I'd like to take the flask, like the water bottle,
Mhm.
sort of chemical flask thing, walk up and pour it along the bottom half of the glass.
Radio. You begin pouring it along the bottom. This window, sorry, it's not like a big window. So it's maybe like 3 inches wide, and then like an archway almost. You could maybe like put your hand through it if you put it flat. But again, it's a blast door, so the glass itself is maybe half a foot thick.
Do you see any? Sorry, go ahead, Evan.
Okay, how do you do this? Explain to me how you attempt to hack the door. You do have your clothes on you, but you don't have any gear currently. Yeah, it seems like a black touchpad almost. What you'd assume. Mm-hmm.
Would the name show up on the little
Nope.
screens?
Nope.
I
No
didn't
one's
set my name,
posted
so
names.
The names did not show up on the screen. Just the rap sheet if it was there.
yeah.
Yes, you put your name on the shoulder. Yes. Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. Fair enough. Roll me a 1d20 then, plus your grit if you have any. Yes, you may. That's plus 2, I believe. You don't have any right now, but if you look on your character sheet, it is the big number just underneath skill triggers. Mm-hmm. Ooh, excellent success. Yes, like pneumatic pistons almost, just and you hit the panel enough so that it doesn't even have time to register to like stop touch inputs like on the third time. Like if you tap it 3 times, it stops touch inputs because you want to get overloaded. But you're hitting it too fast; you can't even register that. And what would you like to do? Tell me your 2 desired outcomes of this action.
Catch y'all later.
I would
Take
say
that.
that I can. Hmm. Mm-hmm.
Very good answer.
Perfect. Yes, the door slides open. Then there's a rush of cold air out, and then comes a draft of probably quite warm air to you, considering the temperature inside the cabin right now. You feel refreshed by it, and it's slightly stale. It's almost like it's not been refreshed in quite a while.
How do you know we're on a station?
What'd you say? Station? Oh, station air. Okay.
Could be on a ship.
Yeah, you look out to the corridor. The wall continues, maybe like a meter to your left. The bulkhead continues to another circular door with the arched window in the middle. A white line runs through the middle of the wall, the red metal either side. On the other side, you see another arched circular door, arched window again, and just as you peer through that glass, you can see it looks like another room that you were just in. And then to your left, the corridor extends down into darkness. You can't quite see, the lighting isn't quite good enough, but you can see the lighting does continue. This ambient circular corridor.
Can I like look around
Hmm.
and see if like there's any cameras or comm relays or motion sensors?
Of course, roll me a 1d20, 20, and do you have any skills that would assist you in this matter?
I have spot and investigate.
Perfect, +2 then. Ooh. First natural 1.
The
That was quick.
fumes, the fumes.
Pick and roll.
So you're looking about. You still have the cryopod to your nose, and you're looking about. Like your eyes are a bit like blurry, and you're like, oh. You see this light at the end of the room, opposite the door. You think, what was that? You like peer up to it, and in it you see a man sitting there in a nice chair, smiling at you. Asian in descent, slicked black hair, pair of glasses on. He looks like an office worker, and he's just sitting there, looking at you. And then his expression changes, and he smiles.
I drop the canister and go, brain freeze.
You see him. To anybody who's watching this, you can see the man in the screen chuckle a little bit. He goes, very interesting. Could I all have your attention for a moment? It was most interesting watching you work. This plays over the ship speakers. You can all hear this.
Okay.
Do you mind gallerying around so I can get a good look at you all? It's quite hard to see out there in the hallway. I'm not doing a Japanese accent, sorry.
Yeah, gather around it.
I couldn't keep it up for long enough.
It's all
Come
good.
towards
Yep. Gather around.
wherever this is coming from.
You all approach. He sort of looks at you and says, you're now all the property of the Whanita Corporation. And I, where is his name? And I, Horatio Borax, am your manager. It is a pleasure to meet you all. Do you have any questions about your current situation?
What's the pay?
The pay is the payment of your bail bond.
Bail bond?
Bail bond, suffice to say, your indiscretions in the past, whatever they may be, have been paid for by the Whanita Corporation, and your bail has been bought by them. Hence, you are now free men in every sense of the word, apart from the small debt you do owe the company. Of but currently sits at about 60,000 mana. A bit more than, but rough enough estimate. Yes.
Indiscretions?
Indiscretions. Let's put it that way. No, we
Like,
do not want to drish up the past here.
I am a very good and honest being as I'm looking for the bottle, and
I'm sure you are, good sir.
Mr. Borax, got a
Mhm.
question.
Of course, go ahead.
Two, actually. One, where are we?
You're on one of Whanita's global starships. The rest of the crew and your associates are currently in cryo sleep in the corridor behind you, and just to the right, you can see them.
Second,
not very
This
big
is
for a start.
Juanita's vessel 12B74-C.
understood. Second question. Now that Sir Zera's got the door open, what's to stop us from running rampant on this ship exactly?
Nothing but the hard vacuum of space, and the fact that I could open those blast doors at any time.
I'll look over at Sean's character and go, it's a starship, it's not very that big, even just on the wall.
That'll do it. Well, then it's the third
I wouldn't
question.
worry about that. You'll be making planetfall soon. So even if you are a little scared of space, it won't be for long. Yes, yes. If you don't have any more questions, I don't mind telling you about the mission we have planned for you this time. The company has some degenerates to take care of, sadly.
Degenerates.
Degenerates.
Sorry.
Rapscallions, rascals.
People like
Anti-corporate
us.
sentiment is rife. Well,
Sorry.
somewhat, but you are useful to the corporation. And so, and such good workers to pay off your debt. Of course, the corporation could always hand your bail bond back to the authorities, and you would be outlaws. No skin off our back, we get the money back. You get hunted down like a dog. Well, I didn't say kill. You said that. I would prefer it if you didn't kill any of them, actually. That would be quite bad for our bottom line.
Maim? Cripple?
Depends on the
Anyone
worker, I
talking to?
suppose.
Verbally abuse?
Well, depends on the worker. Yeah, a small downturn depends. It's all about cost benefit, you see. If the mission you do and the benefit it brings to the company's bottom line outweighs the damage you cost, well, then of course that difference comes off your bail bond. But if you are sent to liberate a factory and you do liberate the factory by blowing it up, well, you'll get charged for the cost of the factory.
So production's the problem.
Production's always the problem.
No, managerial issues is always a problem. Find.
I don't know. I think I'm an excellent manager.
I'm like giving a nice smile to her.
I know. He thinks for a second, and he's like, fuck, he got me. Anyway, any other questions? You've not been getting any mechs, not just yet. You have to prove yourself a little first. We trusted with that sort of thing, considering your past. But you'll find your own weapons are stashed in the cargo hold outside. I thought they'd be able to do any real damage to this vessel, so I'm not too worried about them.
So you want us to go down and rough up the slackers?
I didn't say that. I haven't actually told you what you're doing yet. But anyways, yes, there's a nasty group of elements forming in the factory down in Goodneighbor. I believe they're trying to form something called a union. Terrible business. I would have you go break it all up.
Unions usually have a head. Who's the
Hmm?
culprit? Unions usually have a head. Who's the culprit? Does he have a name?
Yes, I believe he's called. Worker ID. No, he has a name. Sorry, one sec.
I'm like,
His worker ID is. You sure you want me to read this out? Okay then. It is 74BA hash 44A ZC63B ATZ VX75.
You got that, Nathan? I'm like rubbing my head as if like, I've got a hangover, trying to get off the cryo sleep, and I'm like,
You know,
can
share.
you jump up corporals just not pay the head and like cause some embezzlement and get them to overturn? I mean, the best unions are the ones that have a panel because they
Well, we
never
have
fucking agree on anything.
we have tried that, but I'm afraid he's rather a tough nut. He just doesn't seem to crack under that sort of pressure. He doesn't really have much we can threaten him with, to be honest. He's
Except good
a
morals.
bit of a pleb. Oh, you can call him by his ID if you want, but I believe you might have more luck on the planet if you just call him by his name. That's what people tend to go by in these sort of things. I believe it's Matthew.
Matthew, God's
METHEW.
gift.
No, Matthew. METHEW.
Ah,
Hmm.
Bill, God's gift with drugs in the blue crystalline form.
Perhaps I wouldn't know. I only take my corporate mandated drugs myself.
Happy Bill. That explains a lot.
And if you have any further questions, we'll be landing
No,
you on
I'm
the main.
still waking up.
We'll be landing you in the Good Neighbor Corporate City in about 2 hours. From there, you may make your own way. A company card will be provided to you, so that you may buy any necessities you need on the planet. Yes, that's about it.
Hornblower, sorry, Horatio, I do have one question. Who the hell are these guys?
Well, your associates. Your good compatriots you'll be working with for this mission. Yes.
You've been
All
under the
loyal
impression,
employees, all of you.
have you been under the impression that Horatio has just been speaking to you when you're alone this entire time?
He has been the one
God,
asking the most questions.
I didn't know she was standing behind me.
Fair point.
Anything
Hello.
else? Oh, hello there. Yes.
No.
Yep. Yeah. You good? Question boy? We can go. It's like poking you in the back, Aggie.
I like your finger.
Well, if that does appear to be all, then I do have some other business to be attending. So
As he says
Yes,
that, I
all
turn and
good.
start walking towards where he said the weapons were.
Perfect. He takes out a small inhale and goes, oh, now for another 18-hour shift. The screen closes.
I look at him and casually just put the bottle down and go slide it over to him.
Who?
Horatio, like put the
Oh,
canister down. and slide
Horatio's a
over.
man on the screen, sorry.
Oh, he's
Horatio's
on
been
it.
talking to you through a TV this
Yeah.
entire time.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's possible.
My eyes haven't adjusted yet. It's still
Yes, they're still kind of
crying
blurry
with
from your last vision where you looked into the light bulb.
sleep.
I'm already 20 feet away.
Yeah, you're off getting your weapons. You walk out and you see a weapons locker up against
There
the left-hand side of the wall, just before the
Nice
long
to meet you.
corridor.
We got the meal right?
I was saying I was already 20 feet away when you asked that question.
I extend my arm out and go, Diggle, nice to meet you. What kid do we call you, Mr. Bear? Oh, funny, that's my name as well. Sergey. I grab you at your wrist and do a strong arm handshake. Who's deep voice behind us?
Galen. Just call me Galen.
Galen. Nice name.
Thank you. My mother gave it to me.
They tend to do that.
I don't. Yeah, I don't know what else you were expecting. Thank you. It's a nice name. Yes, it is.
I too breathe oxygen.
Yeah.
Hello, fellow humans.
Like,
You die only if it kills me. That's the point.
yeah.
Uh,
Come on, so.
Yes, you walk out, following Reese's character. Reese, you find your weapons stowed in a large weapons locker, just to the
Excellent.
left of the room you're in. If you continue more left, the bulkhead turns into that long corridor with the maintenance lighting going down it towards what you describe to be the other side of the ship from the cryopods behind you.
Okay. Well, I just
Yeah.
start like gearing up my ship.
Grab
So
your
I do.
gear. It looks like your gear. It's the gear
Yeah.
you last had. You know.
I just put like I just like grab my like the blades and scabbards, attach that to my waist, slip the blade in. I imagine like
You
the big
notice the blade
fucking
has been given a special importance. It sits at the top of the locker on a small pedestal.
oh, that's nice. I appreciate it. I imagine the what do you call it? The big fuck off Spartan laser
Mm-hmm.
is like I picture it's got like basically it's like there's like a small backpack attachment that has like a coil
Mm-hmm.
coil
Mm-hmm.
that attaches to the back of the rifle. So it's like one unit kind of thing.
Sort of like the Tesla cannon from Fallout.
Yeah, a little bit.
Very cool. Yes. You get your gear, no problem.
Yeah.
Everybody else comes over as well. It begins gearing up. Everybody's pulling heavy weapons out of this locker. You notice for some reason. Mm-hmm. I imagine you did so much as grab that weapon. You just grab the ammo and slot it into the bottom of your fucking elbow. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, I grab my mag clamps and stuff from stims and shit.
Yeah. Of course, yes. No problem at all. You're all sort of milling about, arming yourselves up. A small voice comes over the comms again. Just to remind you, I'll put a small countdown on some elevator music just to lighten the mood. You realize this guy is high out of his mind.
Amazing. I love it.
The soft music comes over the comms. And a small countdown begins over as well.
He's been interrupted.
So, silent but deadly. Wanted to show your name. Walk with the rest of us.
You talking to me?
You're the only one that's here.
Oh,
Yes,
sorry.
yes, yes.
I thought they were swallowing too. Yeah, right.
Yeah. Say it again. Silent but deadly. Look at your
It's like-
knife all day, or
Just like look at you for a second. Extend a hand, like quite slowly. Nigel.
Gil. Says we're going to be working together.
Kind of like eyes kind of like flick to the others and back to you. It would seem that way, yes. And then I begin walking.
Yep.
Oh, you there? Sorry, I thought it was just him. Sorry.
We're all there, like gathering our shit. I think.
Yep. Yeah, we're all walking.
Okay, we're all walking now. We're all doing that like the superhero walk thing where like it's
Well,
like the long
walking-
corridor and it's like in slow motion kind of thing.
Mm-hmm. As you reach the end of the corridor, another circular door approaches you, but it opens as you approach. Into you walk to the flight deck of this ship. I couldn't remember the name of the fucking thing. To the
Yep.
main flight deck. In the middle sits a large circular ring, glowing slightly blue and yellow shades. And around are a centre of consoles and a large viewport at the front, showing the oncoming red planet. This is definitely the bridge of the ship. So you see all the consoles aren't showing anything right now. There's a number of switches and buttons, but there's nothing on the screen.
Is there anybody around? No.
Doesn't seem to be, no. It seems to be running on autopilot.
Alright.
I gracefully walk in and just like slump in one of the chairs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's fairly comfortable. Now it's an office chair.
You guys done anything like this before?
Countless times.
Break up union work? No.
No.
What's the opposite of breaking up a union?
Making one, I guess.
How many unions have you made?
I know why you're here.
Brought a union man to break up a union. Yeah, that's jokes.
Corporals do tend to have a tendency for irony.
Fair. To answer your question, yeah, Lancer pilot. Rest of you? I look at
I just nod.
height.
You don't have to be hacky. You don't have to.
Be a what, sorry?
Pilot, a mech pilot. You don't have to be a mech pilot. But it won't affect anything mechanically. It's just purely fluff of whether you have prior experience or not.
No, I've never had the pleasure.
I should be.
As the room sort of lulls into a silent contemplation of where life has now brought you. Time passes sort of at a daze, and then you hear the announcer popping in. Hello there. 5 minutes before embarkation on the planet, could you all please step into the central console of the room? They could directly go in pad if you're not too sure, and I'll beam you down to the surface. Clickety split. This guy's changed from Japanese to something else, but
Beam?
Lickety
The
split.
fucking beam technology? Jesus. I thought we were going to be getting a fucking drop pod.
Yeah, same.
drop pod. Oh, no.
Why is
Um,
only
Only the
being
best for the Whanita
shredded apart?
Corporation.
the second he was like, make your way to the center platform, I just started walking immediately.
Yeah, you walk in approach. You see, you're still quite some distance from the planet. It's larger in the viewport now, definitely, but you're nowhere near the upper atmosphere.
That's
These
fine.
things are certified not to give you cancer, even though they take your DNA and structure apart and then magically put it back together.
Oh no, that's on purpose. It's to stop them expanding with the heat of recombining your molecules and blowing your arm apart. He stopped listening. You can't tell because he's on a speaker, but you can tell he's just like.
Did he ever actually put that elevator music on, or is it just him?
No,
going,
no, he didn't. He didn't. You can hear it. You can hear it in the background of his, like when he speaks.
Ah.
It plays in the background of his. Doesn't play
Yep.
for you, but.
Fuck.
Yeah, like 100%. This guy's like fucking.
He's a.
So yeah, you all step onto the center platform, I assume.
Yeah.
And
Yep.
within 5 minutes, a bright light envelops your vision, and you beam out of the ship. You appear, again looking around you for the first time, just outside the corporal city of Good Neighbor. Large black buildings rise out of the seemingly desert surrounding you. You see a small oasis every so often as you look like beyond the city behind it, and then behind you yourself again. If you turn around into the vast desert that is the rest of the planet, you see the odd patch of trees and old like wooden houses that were built long ago but long since abandoned towns. Think very Night City from cyberpunk sort of atmosphere. Tundra, desert behind you, and then a large black mega city. But this is the corporate city of Good Neighbor. And anyway, they have about 5 minute walks. This seems to be the main teleporter you've landed on. There are a number of workers, socialites, and savoury characters walking to and from the city to the teleporting station. Number of men in suits, of course, carrying briefcases. Men carrying men with suits and briefcases. Palanquins. You have everything.
I like to take the rifle off my back and just like again, because what the guy said, the hard of hearing one, and make sure that everything's nice and tight.
Yep.
The site's not fucked with. It's all.
No, it appears to be as you left it, as far as you can tell.
Suppose that's just much.
How I just had a quick like kind of scope around. Like, how big does this city seem to be?
Talking like New York, London.
No, not talking like New York, London. We're talking maybe talking like a large town, small city. It's quite hard to tell because it's not spread out
Horizontally, it's all very vertical, is
horizontally.
it?
It's all very vertical.
I see.
So there's
Right.
probably hundreds of thousands of people in there in the factories, but it's all
Ah,
vertical.
yeah, but it's all vertical. Yeah. Okay.
And if you look on Roll20, you'll
Ooh.
see a small handout,
Ooh.
an excerpt of the map of Good Neighbor, specifically the factory district.
Oh my god, that's amazing.
Which you expect
That's-
the factory workers to be forming the union that you are going to break up.
I don't know if you.
Sorry, you said what was the last bit you said there, Paul?
But you expect the factory workers that the union you're destroying to probably be in the factory district. But there are, of course, other districts to the city. I just didn't
Okay.
get maps for those. 'Cause it took a long time.
So this whole map is the entire factory district.
This is the entire factory district. It's not to
Okay.
scale, but it's roughly to scale.
Mhm.
It's a lot more vertical than it looks there. It's quite hard to
And we have a map of the entire city, not just the factory district.
just the
characters.
factory. I didn't make. You have.
Oh
a map
yeah,
of
yeah.
the
You
entire
didn't
city,
make.
yes.
Our character has a map of the entire
Yes,
city.
yes.
Okay. I mean, I guess yeah. I just like whip out this like data slate or whatever it is.
You have a phone, I assume, or something along the lines.
Yeah. Data slate sounds cooler though.
Come
There's also a
on.
number of terminals
Great.
around the city that are free use.
Oh no, wait! It's totally on my fucking wrist. Let's go.
There you
It's
go.
like, whoop.
Yeah, I'm just gonna
Makes
pull
it
up, look at that
annoying.
map, and I'm just gonna like, spend a second, orient myself, and then I'm just gonna start walking towards the factory district.
Well, perfect. Well, first to get to the factory, you have to enter the city. So to approach through the main gate of Good Neighbor. There's a small wall around it, black metal, circular in it, to prevent any of the bad sandstorms we get in or from the sand to infecting the streets. And inside you can see what are dusty roads on the outside. Obviously, what used to be black, clean sheet metal. Give way once you step through the threshold into clean, perfect corporal perfection. Apart from the odd pile of refuse, you see nothing too out of sorts. Yeah, you manage to make your way quite easily to the factory.
Yeah.
You arrive and there's a man sitting in one of the huts outside. The barrier's down. He sort of gives you the eye. The man is sort of looking thing, guy in black. Yeah. Right, mate?
I walk past him towards the barrier.
Who's you going in?
At that point, like I stop, turn on, and like, yes.
Okay then. And as you step through the threshold into the factory, just sort of like a yellow hologram beams you for a second, and then whoever's standing near this man, you can see a small green icon appear on the screen, and your record comes up, identifying you as a 180 employee and allowed to access the district.
Fantastic.
The rest of you all with him. Well, you got 3 arms there, pal. You're packing a bit lot to come into a factory, aren't you? You realise that the more heavily armoured of you are quite conspicuous. Nobody else is really wearing armour or carrying weapons.
Fair.
Who says we're carrying weapons?
I can't
If you're
hide
carrying
mine.
your rocket launcher, you can't really hide it.
Oh no, I'm not got a rocket launcher.
You look quite obviously not everybody looks very conspicuous. Not everybody has wearing massive power armor and has the 3rd arm like Nathan, or carrying a rocket launcher like Grace. You are as conspicuous as you believe your character would be in a city. Let's say that way.
And my guy is under no illusions of how conspicuous he is.
But as a whole, you're drawing some attention if you're standing next to him. People aren't looking directly at you, but they're definitely looking at the guy with 3 arms and a fucking rifle. What the fuck's he doing around here? He's not one of the corporal police. But
Like,
yes, if you go with it, follow after him, I guess. Shift
Follow-
starts in another 9 hours. Breaks in 8 hours. You get 5 minutes break, and then you're back to work for the last hour.
Where's the canteen?
Canteen. Oh, he looks down. He goes, "Well, if you follow the road left here, then take a right into the main building. Another left into the sub building of that building. Go up a floor, and you'll find the canteen right there, mate."
Nice. When's it open?
Oh, it's 24/7. The factory never shuts.
Oh, nice.
Hmm.
What are you doing out here?
I'm busy my duty. I man the door to make sure everybody that comes through is nightly registered.
Hmm.
If you're not, you get a hefty fine from the corporation, you know.
So you get to see everybody that comes in here.
Oh, pretty much, yeah. There's a good number of folks do live outside the factory, but a lot do live in the communal habitation inside as well.
Hmm.
More rich folks or unorthodox, like some of your friends, perhaps. Yeah, I see a good lot of them. Couldn't tell you if I remember half of them, but
You're a security guard that doesn't remember faces.
I'm not a security guard, mate. I just watch the terminal. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. How are you going to get into his security guard box without him noticing? There is. Are you going to try to hack him over the Wi-Fi? Which means you are connecting to the corporate Wi-Fi, remember.
Password is guessed.
Yeah, you're Nathan. You thought that was a massive gotcha. I don't think you thought that through. Yeah,
You know, as a hacker, the easiest way to hack something in this world is through a direct connection, most secure for you, less chance of you getting caught. If you go through the Wi-Fi, you're logged in suddenly, or there's been an unidentified breach at the same time, and there's for a fact there are cameras around this city. That's fine.
One more
No
question, my
problem.
friend.
Of course, a bit far away. I got another 6 hours on the clock, roughly.
Ah, you're almost finished then.
It's only been a short day, 8 hour shift today, 12 hour shift tomorrow, 12 hour shift the day after. Today's actually my rest day.
Fair enough. Good dedication of people putting in the extra effort.
Oh no, I really aren't supposed to take rest days, but I do.
Can you tell us which way to Parade Lane?
Great then.
Yeah. The big congregational area, whenever the foreman wants to come out and make a
Oh, yeah, the
speech.
parking lot. Oh, no problem, no problem. You continue down the main way. You can go right immediately here at the gate. You see that alleyway down there, and take a left. That'll take you straight to the parking lot. Or you continue down the main way. You take another right. That'll take you through a different gate. Then you take a left there, and that'll take you into the parking lot. You see the big factory yonder? He points to the second building on the right. He goes, it's just beside that. It's just inside of it. You can't miss it.
Splendid.
Here, you know about here. I think I got some of these handy dandy, and he reaches under his desk and he pulls out a box because I got these flyers. I did. People who got a bit lost. I didn't get them. Corporation got them, but no, I have them. I guess I give one to you, and he hands you a flyer of the map of the factories, which you can see in the handout section of Roll 20.
Thank you very much.
Not a problem, but if your mates want one, you can take a couple. I've got hundreds of these fucking thingums. Everybody takes them.
What's your name, friend?
Call me Steve.
Steve, I'll put in a very good word for you.
I wouldn't do that. I'm not supposed to talk to people.
No? I'll say Steve looks like he's very happy to be working here.
That'll do. That might get me a raise, sir. Thank you very much.
Steve.
Yes.
You would say that we're employees. We're part of the corporation. You wouldn't happen to know where the actual union is located, would you?
Oh, the union. Why'd you ask about that now?
We'd actually check on it. Just to make sure that operating within company lines, essentially.
Company line is that there is no fucking union.
I wouldn't have any union around here, mate. What are you on about?
Understood.
You best be careful walking around some of the parts of the factory if you're talking like that, pal.
Galen, see, what you pissed him off. He was a happy employee.
I still am a happy employee, but it's a fair one. Not a violent man myself, but some
Well-
folks are rather more hardline than me about the place, you know.
Mm-hmm. A lot of people don't like the idea of unions.
Nobody likes the idea of unions.
Mm-hmm.
Especially the ones in servitude.
Anyway. Anyway, the foreman, I believe he's still at work right now, but he usually gives his daily briefing about 3 hours' time in the main transport lot to the main factory workers. Everybody else sort of stays up in the windows and looks down at him. Usually tells whoever's underperforming, whoever's overperforming, how behind quota we are, usually between 3 and 6 months. And that's really about it. He doesn't really go through much.
Excellent. Thank you, Steve. Have a good
Not a
rest of the
problem,
day.
pals. Have a good visit.
Sure.
Goodbye. Yes. Me. Watches you all
I
go
see.
through and tick.
I say to him, Das Vidania.
Yes, whatever that was. And for anybody interested, if you walk through, where somebody else is walking through, you can see that your profile pings up in Steve's channel. You see everything about you that's registered to the corporation.
Yeah. Okay.
Why is the guy in front of me is one say whipping boy?
What?
It says what it says. No,
Did he-
What does
walk
mine
into
say?
the
I
factory.
walk through and turn and look. What does mine say?
What does yours say? What do you want yours to say?
Caterer.
That's what it says. As you walk through the threshold, through this holographic gate, the sound of the factory suddenly assaults you, almost like it was being buffeted outside. The sound of clanking, roaring engines, people moving small gears and shouting at each other, the sound of ladles and knives and forks from the canteen, and the sound of people living from up above in the residential districts, the odd baby crying. And so on.
The occasional word of buckshee getting thrown at it.
What would you like to do?
I say we make our way to the parade lane. If anybody's going to be making speeches, rallies, banners, polls. Oh, yeah, if there's a fucking tips box for anonymous complaints, it's going to be there.
Mm-hmm.
It's the forum, it's the public. Yep.
Would you all like to go to complaints lane? Or not complaints lane? Yeah, you all head off to the transport parking lot. A number of large lorries enter and exit past you as you walk down the side streets. You edge around. It's all fairly well kept, actually. It is a factory. You know, the odd bit of dust about here. Plenty of pallets and boxes and cargo containers. And you see a number of lorries being loaded at the bottom of the parking lot, and a number of other containers being loaded, also on the back of lorries. But they seem to be holding some sort of fluids. There's a large stage. At the far end of the parking lot, if you look at the map, it'd be on the very right-hand side. But nobody seems to be at it at the moment. Everybody's sort of milling about, moving boxes, driving forklifts. Yeah, sort of what you'd expect out of a factory. There is indeed, yes. It may do, but it's currently closed. There are a number of windows just above where the second floor would be, and two massive doors leading out into the transport parking lot. And they're currently closed, but you do hear the sounds of welding, buzzsaws, angle grinders from inside. Sound of machinery.
Nathan, what's the building called?
It's the community hangar bay for mechanized chassis.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
that's-
No, wait, Nathan, what's the building called?
Paul,
Yes, sure.
am I reading that right? Size 1 printer building?
Yes.
Right about that?
Mhm.
Wow, okay. 3D print fucking bits for size 1 max. Fuck! Right.
Yes, you do. Yes,
hydroponics, crab
they-
yes,
farm.
you do see crab
They have-
farm correctly. Yes,
They have to feed themselves.
yes. If you may not have noticed, but you may have noticed that the factory does back onto one of these oases.
Oh,
That's how they
jeez.
seem to draw their water from, and also pump their sewage
Okay.
into.
Hmm.
If that's how you want to think of it, perhaps. But the water, if you're interested, does seem still to be quite pure and sparkling.
I'm walking around and
There's...
I'm just walking down Parade Lane heading towards the shopping district, but I'm looking for the signs to say foreman's office.
I wouldn't say you'd see as much as foreman's office, but you'd definitely see factory floor and offices.
Is
And it
there...
sort of points off towards the communal hangar bay and then up one of the great towers that you're walking past. Yes, Reese?
Like looking on the map we have, is there anywhere marked as like some sort of like administration building?
No. On the map you have, there is. It would be above the community hangar bay. That seems to be the main spire of the factory. It does above the community hangar bay,
Above
and
the
then the building
community
behind it,
hangar-
raw material processing as well. That sort of like area there. If you don't count the pub, is like the base hub of the factory where everybody works, and sort of spires up into itself.
Okay. I would like to make my way to what I would presume to be some sort of administration building.
Yeah. For that, you enter at the base of the mechanized chassis hangar bay building.
And also, I'm
Um,
gonna presume that we all have like ways to contact each other on our like phones or whatever.
You have phones or comm beats, whatever you
Yeah.
prefer. Yeah. Mhm. Or you can use the public landlines. That also will connect you to every person's place.
Okay.
Yeah, you enter a small office room. The secretary sort of looks up at you, pushing us business or pleasure.
I picture this like an old librarian looking woman.
It
so
is.
now
Yeah, it's like
this
an
is
old, like, hunched
uncomfortable.
over lady with like the spectacles. Should have laughs at you.
Ugh.
Is she alone?
Yeah, she is. Yeah. I mean,
Okay.
there's always there's people in white shirts and suits walking in and out. There's nobody else down and talking to, if that's what you mean.
Okay, that's fine. I'm looking for some details of an employee.
You'd want to go up to record keeping for that, dear. I'm just the secretary.
Where would I find records keeping?
It would be on the 5th floor. If you continue up, you can take the stairs, or you can take the elevator there on your left.
I go step into the elevator.
Step into the elevator, you're suddenly rushed by a number of orderlies. Each carrying stacks of paperwork or data slates. They're sort of crammed in.
Yeah,
Go
up to the 5th floor.
floors. Stopping at each floor as more orderlies shift in and out. Anybody else? Anybody like to come with him during this, or
Well, question, Reese, do you specifically want to do this alone, or do you care?
I mean, Nigel just walked away, didn't say a word.
Yeah,
Reese personally doesn't care about doing it alone,
fair.
so. Did you say this before or after I've left? As I'm walking away, you say that?
As you say that, I walked to the market district. Nathan,
As
Why
as
do you
I'm
sound
as I'm as I'm walking away, then I like kind of tap her in my head, and I'll keep you updated of what I discover.
Be safe, Nigel.
And I walk.
play the corporal side. That might speed things up.
I mean, that's kind of my plan. Just pull the corporal card.
Sure.
Do you know who I am? Do you know who I work for? Fucking
I am the guy here to
Horatio
help you.
Borax. Right?
What?
I mean, he's some schmuck on a ship in Atmo. Like, these fuckers don't know who he is, so
I get
should
the
be
feeling
fine.
that this is like Demolition Man, where everybody's like, "Be well."
While Paul's going to grab a beer.
Yeah. Nathan, why do you sound like Davey 504? Whenever you do like your Russian accent, you sound like a YouTuber that plays the bass.
So I can keep
Yes.
listening.
You do like the deadpan stare, try to be Russian, but I'm just seeing Davey 504 coming through. OMG. So when did... Is that meant to be like Sean under your desk? That's you? Why would you hide under your desk? For the love of God. It is like musical chairs. You get shouted on, Reese goes, right, cool, I'm away to get a beer. Reese comes back, Nathan leaves.
What an absolute scumbag.
Sean, don't you dare. I can see that smile.
I've done nothing.
You better put that turtleneck back in.
What?
With your prairie dog in it, squish it.
Oh, I have a video I
Sean.
can show you, Hage. These are the cigars I'm bringing.
Here.
It's a decent size. Although I don't know how many to
Oh.
bring, so I don't.
I hope you all realise it's a 2-hour drive.
Yeah, that's fine.
And my car is not as big as Nathan makes out to be.
Yeah, that's fine. It'll be cozy.
Yeah.
Oh.
So I already have a 24 pack of soft, which is what I usually have in my car. An 18 pack of Stella and a bottle of whiskey in the car. But
I think you're muted, by the way, Paul.
Fuck.
Good.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Very good. Yeah, I mean, if we can just stop somewhere though as well, because me and
Well,
Paul can't really bring a large amount of alcohol on the plane.
Mm-hmm. And they sort
I
of frown
would-
upon that.
actually, no, England doesn't have the 10-hour rule. So
It's 10-hour rule.
I was like 10 o'clock, 10 a.m. and 10 p.m. It's actually a 12-hour rule, but 10 to 10. You can't buy alcohol before 10, and you can't buy alcohol after 10 in Scotland.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Whereas England, you can go night clubbing, and then the weirdest thing I've ever seen is someone in a off license asking for a bottle of sherry at 4 in the morning.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Sounds about right.
No, that's what the English people are.
Mm-hmm. Okay. But anyway,
That
moving
was
on.
just because of what happened in 2014.
Does somebody follow Reese's character?
Mm-mm.
No. Leave him
No.
to do his thing.
So,
No.
Three.
Alright.
Yuri said we should stick together, and as he walked away into the administratum, I went to the market.
Sounds good. Do we follow Reese first?
Yeah, go for it.
I don't mind.
Reese,
Mine should be
eventually
a relatively quick endeavor.
rise up through this elevator until you reach floor 5. Large floor of offices. You know, you got the false stud cork walls and people at desks typing away on slates. And
Is
the careless
there
secretary is sitting there in front of the General Malaya's bar.
any kind of like public access terminals one can use, or
There's a public access terminal to the left on a wall. Yeah,
I'll just go up to that.
you go up to
I
that.
mean, it might be
Comes
able
up.
to give me what I want.
Good Neighbor Corporate Factory. On a wee login screen.
There's a login screen.
Mhm.
Shit. Is there a guest login option?
There is.
Okay, I'll try the guest login, I guess. Fuck, I don't
You
know.
hit that, then it opens up a small browser. News of good neighbors, the happenings of good neighbor.
I want to navigate to see if I can find like employees.
You should like type into the search bar employees. It brings up like employee rights at good neighbor, employee news of the month, employee of the month. Yeah, it's also like news articles.
It's new
And,
stuff.
yeah, it's like you're browsing the internet.
Okay, I give up on that and go to the secretary.
Okay, secretary sort of he goes, oh yes, how can I help? It's a man in sort of a middle-aged, graying hair and sort of a loosely collared white shirt.
I require the details of an employee.
Are you friends or family?
Neither.
Uh, may I see your security clearance, sir?
What would that translate to? Do I know what the fuck? Do I have something I can just pass, show to like...
Usually, yeah, you see a number of people with lanyards walking about with their face on it and their security badge and like a foil, like imprint, like on your passport of their identification.
Hey, if the shit goes sideways, then it's just like,
Just
alright,
put the gun in the desk.
Spartan laser time.
Hmm.
Um, I don't know, whenever we like geared up, were we given any kind of
Nope.
like anything that designates us as being part of this corporation? No.
Nope.
Okay. I'm just gonna like lean forward slightly,
Mhm.
just quite gently put my hands on the desk in front of me. This comes from higher up. I need those details.
Are you looking to persuade this man?
I'm more leaning to intimidate.
Intimidate's fine. Could you please roll me a 1d20 plus any relevant skill you can find that you have to increase your
I don't think I have a relevant skill.
just a natural d20 then, please.
Yeah.
You
14.
succeed. You see this man
Okay.
sort of sweating already in the heat of this office with just a lot of bodies in it and not much ventilation. Sweat drips down the side of his face and goes, okay, I can get that, yes. Yes. And he sort of ruffles through the eyes. Oh, who were you looking for?
I probably should have asked this sooner, but were we given like a little mission brief?
Yes.
Like a digital copy?
Yep.
No? Fuck. Is it a stretch to say I remember the employee ID?
Yes. It is not a stretch to say
Damn.
you remember the employee name, but
I remember
you do.
Matthew, but like, I mean, I don't know how far that'll get me. Okay, I just say Matthew.
Yeah. Oh yes, there's 3 Matthews in the factory right now. Do you have any other information that may identify?
I just look at him and blink a couple times.
No worries, sir. All three documents. I'll get the printer right now. Pops up with
That's why you go
staring with the
alone.
printer.
I do like the idea that Nigel, like,
In the back of your mind, Reese, you do know from your past experience in such scenarios that you have got the information you're looking for. However, it's definitely left somewhat of a trail. People have overheard you asking about it. Matthew in non-specific terms, orders coming from above, sort of thing. People have sort of noticed.
Oh, that's fine. I don't care.
No problem.
I was given a mission,
He
and
scurries back over
I will carry out that mission.
with a small stack of documents. Goes, hey, here's all the Matthews we have in the factory. 3 of them. You'll find their records here. I didn't know which one you're looking for, but I hope this hits you, sir.
Alright, I just take all 3 and walk out.
He just nods and goes, happy to help. Sits back down again.
Get back in the elevator.
Typing away.
As I'm going down the elevator, I'll just like open the first file and just like take a glance at it. Like,
Matthew Wilmson, lower level factory worker, working here for 12 years. He spins the cogs for the great machine that makes concrete. in the raw materials department.
Okay. Go to the second
I
one.
don't know what quite spin the cogs means, but that's what he does.
Now,
That will get to you.
oh, the main fucking reason for this. Do they have fucking like photo IDs?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes,
perfect.
you have his photo ID
Um,
picture. He seems first one's like a middle-aged guy, balding, bit of a belly on him, bit of jowls. Looks like a good northern lad who would support Leicester.
Okay. I know exactly what you mean now.
Yeah.
Like, it's
That's the
perfect
first guy.
image.
He spins cogs for a living. Knows his
Alright.
job.
I briefly like skim that one, and then I basically just I pull up my phone, take a picture of that one, open second file, take a picture, third file, take a picture.
Hmm.
I then send all those pictures to like a fucking communal group chat, I guess we have, or I make
That's
one
not
if
a
I need
stretch to
to.
say. Yeah, there'd be definitely one that you could like a shared repository of information. Yeah, it's
I
fine. You
drop the
send
three
these
pictures
three
into that,
images.
and then whilst I'm leaving the administratum, I'm gonna dump the 3 folders in a bin I walk past.
No problem. Yeah, you dump the 3 folders in the bin, and the secretary downstairs sort of looks at it a bit sideways, like, dumping documents. It
I
doesn't,
don't give a
apart from
fuck.
that, doesn't say anything. And yes, you successfully gain the identities of 3 Matthews within the factory.
So I drop the 3.
You get the 3 images. One is a balding middle-aged man. Next is a younger man, skin head again, tattoos around his crowns. You can see he's bald, so you can see what colour of hair he has. But he seems sort of like a grimy chap. You don't know when these photos were taken. And the third one is a young man, sort of combed hair. Seems like this was his young first job, sort of thing. White shirt all buttoned up. Got a good job in the factory, sort of that.
As after I drop the pictures, I'm just gonna like send a message as well to
Mhm.
the chat. I don't, like, uh, yes, we have a chat now.
We've
Sure.
made a group chat.
We've made a group chat.
It's easier this way.
Well, you pretty much have like a communicator pad on your wrist.
Yeah. I'm
that
just
can
like,
come-
does anyone recall the employee ID?
I know someone that did. Did you
What
not
is
take
it?
all in?
What is it? Yeah.
Okay.
You respond with that.
Okay. Once he does that,
Mhm.
I look at the 3 images. Does that match up with one of the images?
What, the number?
Yeah.
There are 3 images.
They're in the.
What?
And
Oh, is
You
their
didn't the
employee
documents?
IDs not on the? Oh, is it not on the document at all?
It's on the document, but you took a picture of their picture. And
No,
then
no, no. I sorry. I meant like I
Oh,
took
you
a
meant to
picture
scan the entire document, sort of thing.
of like. Well, I imagine it's like the front page that is like name, ID, picture, then like
Ah.
what they
Yeah, okay.
do.
No,
Sorry. I should have been more
that's
clear.
fair enough. And yeah, one of them do match.
Yeah, sorry.
It's the last Matthew. It's the last
Okay.
Matthew.
Oh,
the
the
younger man.
like looks like new job kind of button up.
New job, sort of button up.
Okay.
It doesn't say when this photo was taken, of course, but that
That's
was him.
okay.
You can see
Once that's
it,
the
he's,
case, that matches up. I delete the other 2 pictures,
Mhm.
and then I like fucking zoom in on that one onto the ID, take a big picture of that, and
Mhm.
drop that into the chat as well.
You do that.
And from here on out, could I just like consistently use my spot ability to like just keep an eye out for that person, or bear in mind like could be an old picture, like someone who just resembles close enough.
It was
The third one.
the third one, the young-looking man, brushed over hair. No.
No.
The
That was the second one.
no tattoos, well shaved, white button-up shirt with a tie. Taken on the day you got his job, obviously. Hair's combed nicely. It was obviously cut the day before. Looks like a mother's boy. And, yeah, I would say whatever time you want to try to look for him.
Just
Race, like
tell
if you
you and then
approach like a
roll.
different part of the factory,
Okay,
I'd say
okay.
I'll ask you for a roll then. How
Okay,
about that?
that's fine. Yeah, that's fine. No worries.
I would like to like type one message to you. It's profession. Question mark.
What does the profession say on the folder?
Junior pipe maintenance worker.
Junior pipe maintenance worker. Does it say how long he's with the company?
It does.
How long?
4.5 years.
Okay. I'll then type presume picture at least almost 5 years old.
I'd like to put it in the chat and say rally hydroponics.
I just had a thumbs up.
I laughed the first time because it was like you grunting amongst going duh, duh.
His full name, by the way, now that you all have it, is Nathan Watsby.
What's
Matthew Watsby. Matthew Watsby.
He
I was,
did.
I was looking at you.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Nathaniel?
I was like looking at you when I said it. And I just
Yeah.
autopiloted. Matthew Watsby. WUTSBY.
It was just in Paul's brain. It was just like, what, like,
It's
young
the background as well, honestly.
Yeah. What young corpo guy
Right.
whose soul has been broken the last few years? Oh wait,
Matthew what spy?
Close enough,
You
yes.
boy. Cool.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. I'm gonna start making my way over to what is it? Hydroponics.
Yeah, he said he's a mid-pipe man.
It's a fair enough place to start.
Hydroponics seems like a logical starting point.
Yeah.
Do you all like
I
to make your
concur.
way over to hydroponics?
Mhm.
Well, I'm on my way to the shopping district, so
Of
I'm
course,
kind of
sorry,
heading that
go
way anyway.
What would you like to do in the shopping district? So I will do Haggy first, and then we'll go to you, Nathan.
What does the shopping district look like? Like, what wares? Is it like carpets, rugs, clothes?
The shopping district ground floor is like a long alleyway with shops either side, and they've sort of spilled out into the alleyway itself. Much less of a road now. Obviously, it used to be a thoroughfare. The pavement has been completely taken over by the front of these shops, as they were spilled out onto it, hanging canopies in front, and an alleyway in between. Every colour of shop you can find: carpets, groceries, selling different types of plastic bags, everything.
I would like to find a clothing shop.
There are multiple, lots of them. I guess you just walk into the first one you see. You walk in, a portly man sort of troubles past you wearing a tracksuit, and you see it's some sort of sports store. You know, number of tracksuits, jerseys, and shoes in it.
Question, Paul, what kind of clothing materials does the workers wear? Are they like scabs, rags? Are they well dressed? Is this
You'd call
is
it
it
their
Logan's Run
general.
jumpsuits?
Some people wear jumpsuits. Some people are wearing them stripped to the waist with a tank top. Some people are wearing tracksuits. Some people are obviously trying to dress a bit nicer. Maybe they've got like a nice jumper on or a pair of jeans or something. But it's all fairly lower middle class, you would say, if we're like make approximations to our world. lot of tracksuits, a lot of jerseys, not a lot of jeans and shoes, a lot of trainers, a lot of work boots. We're talking polo shirts, not button-up shirts.
What's for the like heavy duty stuff, like coats, shawls,
You don't
hats?
see many coats and shawls or hats about because this is a desert planet.
Yep.
But there are a number of like loose flowing robes that people might wear, it's like togas or something. If they're perhaps going to hydroponics or going to
Yep,
one of the
I'm thinking-
recreational baths.
Like the ones that you would normally see like a wizard in, but it's like the sleeveless ones where it's like almost like a dressing gown type thing.
Yeah.
Weight gowns.
A couple of people are wearing them, and you assume they must be in some sort of free recreation.
Walking around perusing, looking at them, and then walk up for them and like to check my surroundings, and then casually take 4 off the hangers.
Take 4 off the hangers. You're holding them. Nobody seems. No, you just picked up some clothes. Yeah.
Never narratively did this, but do we have any like backpacks or satchels or anything? Or we're just bodysuit and
That's up to you.
weapon?
If you want to have a bag with you, you have a bag with you.
I'd like to steal these things and stick them in my bag.
Sure.
And the way I'm going to do this is that, like, the bag's on the bottom of the floor, and I'm looking at them and I'm inspecting them, and then just subtly move on to the next one and drop it. And then it's as if I'm like putting it back on the rack and just dropping it, but I'm actually putting the hanger back in behind them.
This sounds like somebody's done it before.
Can you roll me some sort of thievery check, please? And plus any skill you might have.
Nice. Get off the map. Don't want to be on the map. No, not font. And you need the space. The space is very important. Am I doing this wrong? Like, what the fuck's going on?
I think Roll20 just does not like you. See, because I think when you said you're 1D fuck you, Roll20 thought you were talking to it.
You're definitely doing it right. It doesn't seem to care about. Yeah, you shove these things in the duffel bag. People in the store sort of notice you doing this. They're like, "The fuck's this guy doing? Like he's stealing stuff?" But they don't raise any alarm or anything. They just sort of like get you a bit confused and go about their day. As you paranoid, like glance about, shove more in your bag, and then walk out of the store. Nobody stops you.
I've not left yet. I've not left yet.
Nobody questions you. They all just sort of. You see people watching you, but.
I see people watching me. I walk up to the cashier and say, "Put it on the managerial account."
You see the panel in front of the cashier sort of like scans you a bit. Oh yes, of course. Mr. Borax's account, not a problem.
Very well.
That's
And
you all
then
paid up.
walk out, and as I'm walking out, send a message to the guys to meet me in one of the alleys in the sides in the boroughs.
No problem.
On the way to hydroponics.
Yep. As you walk out, you do remember that Borax did say you have a company card that you can use to purchase any amenities you might need.
Oh yeah.
Alright, fair enough. So I didn't need to steal
say
anyway.
that.
You did not.
Hey, you did
That's why everybody's so
steal it.
confused. They're like, "What? You're stealing from this place?" It's like we don't care because we don't really like your corporation, but like, okay, yeah, there you go. And Nathan, I believe you would have liked to do something. And Sean, do you want to do anything in the meantime while you're up stealing documents and stealing clothes?
Go
shopping.
I need to think about it for a minute.
No problem.
If it go ahead. Oh. All right. Can do that. What did you have in mind?
There's plenty of terminals. Yeah, there's one. Yeah, sure. You could walk about a bit down one of the side alleys of the factory, and you see sort of a terminal built into the wall. Yeah, no problem. As you plug your slate in, your auto login comes up, and you search yourself in the company system, and up pops your profile. So got your name on it, date of birth, your rap sheet, ex aliases, the Lancer you piloted. It's got all your information. Yeah.
Indecent exposure.
Oh yeah, they hired you to do this.
Yeah. We're corporal rats
You're
now.
acting under instruction.
Yeah.
Subterfuge.
An
What are you
option.
talking about? I'm
The-
gonna find him and cut his throat.
How do I
Easy.
say this? The megacorp is bigger than this factory. The megacorp as a whole knows you're here. This factory and the managers in it probably don't know you're here. How far do you want this to apply? Do you want this to apply to your profile as a whole, or just to people who search you in this factory? Okay, so this good neighbor, yeah, that's fine. That'll make it significantly easier. No problem. Roll my hacking. One success. I assume your success is that yes, you overlay um, your personal profile with whatever you want. If people search you on this city. Mhm. Yeah, that's no problem at all.
Big searcher, come to make union.
While you're hacking this, you do also have an inkling in the back of your mind that you might have tripped some security features of the greater company portals. You managed to do it, but
Couple enforcers run out and try and grab you.
the no alarms go off, nothing happens. Yeah,
Mm.
seems fine.
Uh,
Galen
Paul.
watches you do this.
Yeah, no, I watch him do it, absolutely. Paul,
Mhm.
between this and the other things we've done since arriving here, me asking where the me asking where the where can we find some of the union reps? What was it? Nigel posting shit over the local Wi-Fi about a guy that is associated with the unions. Can I possibly see if I can do a check with Spot, see if I've noticed any actual individuals tailing us, or
Yeah, go ahead.
anything beyond just security camera?
Yeah, go ahead. No problem.
11.
That is a success.
Mhm.
You didn't spot anybody at this time. Taylor knew you were following you. You, and actually, you haven't so far.
Despite our lack of subtlety, they are being incredibly subtle. Not sent a single person this entire time. Why is that? Yeah, I know that. I mean, they've not sent anyone in person. Check up on us. They've not sent anyone to threaten us. Not sent anyone to silence us. Why is that? We've not exactly been keeping a low profile. No, I think they care. I, I think they care a lot. See, Board, Board did ask us not to slaughter random people. Remember that? Debatable. Yeah, yeah. I saw you had the word union onto your profile there. Of course, absolutely. Well, shall I escort you to what was it? The pipes, senior pipe worker. What it was? Let's go. Let's meet your junior.
Yeah. You all meet up in the alleyway.
Yeah.
There's a general hustle and bustle of people milling past you on the main road, but you seem like you're fairly well concealed.
What did anybody find?
Well,
Anything
I
else?
kind of just gestured to like the the picture on.
Hydroponics would be the first shout, I would guess. Talking about pipe maintenance, water runs into there, especially from this oasis.
I agree.
To keep a low profile, we look like enforcers. In the sense of a union, they might think about riots. One disguise to go about pretending we're enforcers, here to keep the peace and make sure there's no property damage. The other, and I swing the bag around and take out one of the ropes and says, "This will only help you from the front. As soon as you see that fucking laser cannon on your back, then the jig is up a little. But it does make a softer approach. Especially if we're in a crowd, if there's a speech or a rally or anything that happens or goes on. How's everyone feeling with the local? Oh, congrats on the promotion. Has anyone noticed anything, like any flyers?
Generally, these kind of unions start underground. I doubt they're
Well,
going to call attention to themselves.
I suggest since we're standing in this alleyway, we should put on these robes and see if anybody talks about any unwanted attention. Anyone might approach us, see if there's anything, untoward of four workers of a factory gathered in a dark alleyway.
Make a valid point. And like extend a hand out from one of the robes.
So
I do have an idea though. Galen, you're the only one that's not carrying a very obvious weapon on your back. I want you to go out
Looks,
into the crowd.
looks at the axe that he's had on his side this entire time. Continue.
You can leave that here with us, but I want you to go out into the crowd and try and get the attention of someone that you think may be suspect of being a union member. And we can tell them that we're trying to get weapons across to the hydroponics center to store them.
Alright, I can do that. One question though, what does a union worker look like?
Someone that smiles only with their eye, with their face, their mouth, and not their eyes.
Isn't that most corpo workers though?
The ones that are on drugs tend to have a bit of redness on them.
Alright, I'll look for someone who's dead inside. No, they're all dead inside. I'll keep an eye out and sorry, have the axe. Don't lose this, please.
Yeah. And I give it to the Russian.
So
Now
do
who's
you,
the X-Man?
as you
Oh,
walk out of this
no.
alleyway, do you have the robe on?
I do indeed, yes.
You exit the alleyway. So I'm standing in the main throughway through the market. People are bustling past
Yeah.
you, going
So-
odds and ends.
I just want to walk what's the word of it? Just dip and weave throughout the crowd and just see if I can casually just spot anyone that looks.
Roll me another scoop, is it? Seek?
Okay. No. 18.
So everybody else, you watch Galen walk out the other way, stand in the street like he was told, and then he just wanders off. But Galen, as you're walking through, you hear the whispers. Oh, do you hear the union starting? Do you hear the union starting? I don't know about those unionists. No.
Yes. Sorry.
You hear, no, they're not as bad. Have you heard about the socialists on the station? I know. I've heard there's a socialist enclave and everything. We could be planning something. Who knows? Union might stand up to them. And these sort of rumors float past you as you walk.
Can I have all these people that I'm hearing these whispers at them. Is there any of them that I noticed are speaking of the union in a slightly more positive light than is acceptable in corporate society?
All of them.
They're all of them.
All
Okay.
of these people do not seem like they're any sort of middle management. You may seem the odd senior technician.
Mhm.
All of them seem like they're the bottom rungs of the corporation.
Okay. So like this is like a market area, so there's like a bunch of like stalls where you can buy stuff and everything. Alright. Just like saddling up like to one of these stalls. I don't know. I just like low tech stuff like mobiles or something like that. You know, cheap knockoffs that you'd find.
Yeah, watches.
Just browsing through. So I'm looking to get something. See if I can keep track of the time. Possibly get one of those to go.
Yeah, of course. No bother. That'll be what 300th of a mana, please, for that one.
Oh, this. Take out the corporate card. I meant to
I don't
ask.
accept that here.
Sorry, I just moved in.
It's a stall, mate.
Shit.
If you go, there's a cash machine just up the way there. You get some mana out of that. I'll take that. Happy enough.
Yeah. Cheers, man. Nice. So I'm just going to run off.
So do I usually like try and fucking
Yeah. So I go off.
card at a stall.
Yeah. Exactly. Exactly.
Sorry, there's a 500 mana pay limit.
Yeah. Yeah. He asked for, what was it, 300th of a mana?
A 0.300th of a mana.
0.300th of a mana. Okay, so I.
£3.
Yeah. So I take up 0.500th of mana. Just get that and slightly jog on back. Hook down of this rope and start trying to put on as bit of nervous face as he possibly can.
Roll me a deception or a stealth of some sort.
Yeah, I don't have anything that could possibly set a flat d20. 10.
What are you trying to achieve by this?
Basically, I'm trying to look like a fish out of water. Like I'm.
Oh, 100%.
Excellent.
You look like the biggest fish out of water. You look
Fuck yeah.
like a corporal agent that's trying to get information.
Wow, that's exactly what he is.
Yeah.
So, you notice that the whispers of the union and socialist movement that were passing you have suddenly people talking about the weather or about the next corporate mission that's happening, the next reward process that's going on, and how their job was doing that day.
Fair. That's fair. So yeah, I'm just gonna like lightly jog back to the Rolex dealer. Take the mana.
Hand him the plastic note, and he goes, "Oh, that'll do." And he puts into a wee pouch, and he pulls out a couple of blue chips. There you are, that's your change, pal. You can trade those there. Probably not get you much of those too. It's about 3 of those for a coffee, but
Thanks.
there's your watch. Good day to you, sir.
Okay, Mousebun. Any chance you could like point in somewhere people could actually help me settle in? I'm only fresh and off the ship.
You want to go to the pub for that?
Yeah.
Of course. Where else do you meet people?
Cheers. Thank you very much. Nice, Stephen.
Adam.
Yep. Alright.
So everybody in the alleyway sees him run back and forward. Nothing else.
And just came back onto the the very overt like data, like handheld data thing that he's got pings back. Heading to the pub. What's up?
Fuck's sake.
So
Where are we going?
I just said heading to the pub.
Yeah, he's going to the. He's still.
You guys
tracking
do whatever the
someone
fuck. I don't.
down. He's still tracking someone down. You do realize what my plan is, don't you, Sasha? Well, you've got a big act. You're a big guy. There's 3 of us in this alleyway. We're the person in. Tell them that we're trying to get weapons across town to help the Union. Based on the reactions, if they start leading on, they get pinned against the wall, and they get one of these to the throat, and like I click out my light AC, which is a punching blade, and it's basically like a short sword that like underneath is about the same sort of width as my wrist almost. And then we made them piss themselves. Let them know what they let them tell us what they know, and go from there. But we do not kill.
As you say
We
that,
could-
I kind of like raise my eyebrow, like cock my head slightly.
I look at you and say, we were told to come in here and keep damage limitations. We could have walked in the door and started firing the guns off and screaming Matthew's name. A few toes and fingers going amiss won't harm production. But sick days in the infirmary will be something else.
I just do this exact face. I just
Trust me, the more damage you do, the more jobs you're going to have to do. Because your bounty ain't coming down.
So yeah, how do you go about luring this poor soul into an alleyway?
Oh, it's all dependent on Sean and his interactions in the pub.
All right, we'll cut back to Sean. Sean, you're just passing the main thoroughfare now. Pass back past the gate, and you see the large pub sitting in opposite you. It's just called pub.
Oh, the poor bastards in this fucking city. Oh no.
It's a corporate pub.
It's
I
a
don't care what it's
corporate.
called.
Yeah, that's
You
fair.
walk in, and it seems like it's all false wood. It's all done up like an ancient pub would have been. It's all fake. I mean, it's all like put on, but still, people try to enjoy it the best they can.
Please tell me there's Bahama Mamas as an Oasis planet.
That's the back section.
May well be.
Yeah.
So yeah, what do? You walk into this bar. You're wearing this robe. Everybody sort of looks at you like, "Fucking can't wear a robe into a bar." But
yeah, just walk in, look around.
nobody else is wearing a robe in here.
Yeah, just give a like an awkward like smile before like head down and scurrying over to the bar. Let's try to point out for barkeep.
Sort of like looks at you. Goes back to what he was doing.
You can see it like for a second. It's just like, don't kill him, don't kill him, don't kill him, don't kill him. Sorry. Can I get a drink?
Do you have actual money on you?
I got a few mana.
Alright, that'll get you something. Put it in the bar, and he reaches under the bar. And you hear him pulling a pint of something.
Put down.
Slams it on the table in front of you. It's some sort of very light golden beer. If you were a drinker at any point, you know it's to be like it's been watered down.
It's 90% water. If that, yeah. Like,
There's like no
very
head
least.
on it whatsoever. And he takes your 2 chits.
It's wheater beer.
That'll do. Oh, Maybe you might want to pay at the terminals next time. They accept your kind money.
Sorry,
And he
my
points
kind.
at one of the automated terminals off to the side of the bar that dispense drinks.
Sorry, I'm new in town. My kind.
Ah, ah. You don't pay by cash usually, so it's best to use those machines, isn't it?
Sorry, I just got this job. I'm not
Roll me a
local.
deception.
Mother.
And he's not talking about the same job as he's trying to portray.
Come on.
Well, which job? The job from me or the job from Horatio?
So he looks at you and goes, okay, maybe he did just get this job. But he's still not like, he definitely knows you're not one of the workers.
Fair.
Alright then, pal. You're gonna need cash then to pay the bar.
You cash. Right, thanks. Sorry, man, I just got into working the pipes yesterday. I'm still fresh off the boat.
Is that so?
Yeah. Just
Do
popped
you
in.
mind showing me your ID then, pal?
Sure.
Maybe
my
I could
idea.
set you up with a couple of guys who can get you some experience.
That'd be great, actually.
Mhm.
Thank you. I got in with 4 other guys. 3.
Mhm.
Sorry. Taking my ID, just showed them.
Okay, you take out your ID, he taps on his little data slate below the bar and goes, well, interesting. Pipe worker, you said?
Yeah. It's right there, right? I just look at him dead in the eyes as I say this.
I don't have the clearance to see what your job is, pal. And he hands it back to you.
What?
R&D.
Just. Can you still set me up with some guys? Possible?
I can set you up with some guys, no problem.
Cheers.
Do you want to talk to those boys over there? At the black metal table and the fire?
Paul, can I look around? What do they guys? What do those guys look like?
They look like everybody else in the bar, factory workers. They're wearing their jumpsuits. They seem to have just gotten off shift. Various decorations of hairstyle, but all men.
Okay.
They're not currently in their relaxing clothes, jumpsuits, or hoodies or anything.
Witty.
They seem like manual laborers of some sort.
For this?
Mhm.
Alright. With my watered down piece of shit I've got armed, and as sheepishly as I make myself walking over to the guys. Hi guys. Name's Galen.
Yeah. Hello, Galen.
Uh,
Join us.
Cheers. Sorry, bartender told me I could actually talk to you guys about some experience. Is that alright?
Oh, Kev did. That's go on.
Just
Bill here's a cement mixer. David's a cement pourer. I'm the cement supervisor for our shift. We supervise the cement going into the lorries.
Cool. I just got in yesterday. I'm working the pipes.
That'd be Matthew's section. It would that'd be Matthew. Good guy. No. For his shift, and he's not even the top supervisor. He just supervises his 2 guys. Then there's a guy that supervises him supervising.
Yeah.
There's a guy that supervises him supervising.
Then there's a team lead, and then a shift lead, and then a
This
supervisor for
guy's
the shift
only-
lead, and then a
this is-
manager.
This guy's only one up from the cement pourer, Nathan. Oh yeah, sometimes he has to hold the cement pourer too. Yes. But we could give you a hand, get you even around the factory if you want something like that. Yeah, a couple of drinks, of course, would go a long way.
Excellent. I've not actually met with him yet. I'm told he's a pretty good guy.
I've been Matthew Senior. Yeah, he's a good lad. Good lad.
Senior, does junior work here as well?
Oh yeah. He works the pipes, and Senior supervises the pipe workers. He's the head pipe. That's what we call him around here. He's got some fancy corporate title.
Oh, fair enough. And you guys met him before?
Oh, I'm plenty of times. See him on shift all the time. Well, once every 2 weeks when our shifts coalesce.
Brilliant, excellent. I mean, if you can introduce me to him, let's start climbing the ladder. So it's pretty.
Oh, that's it's all our dreams, isn't it? Climb the ladder, boys. Get up the ranks. That's it's good to be in work, isn't it?
I can't wait for these guys to haze the fuck out of you.
Yeah, I know, right?
So yeah, they
Uh,
just
Yeah, Paul just for the next like an hour or two, trying to like just smoosh these guys, try and get in.
they seem
Get,
roll me a d20.
Excellent. Uh,
The
So-
axe is taking a chip every 10 minutes.
oh fuck!
You're not quite sure your smoothing's working. Like
That's
they look at
effectively
you and
something.
they're like, new guy in, to be friendly to him, but also
Yeah.
they might try to surpass us in this corporate ladder. We gotta kind of keep him a bit below us, He
Mhm.
seniority here and all that, so they're not taking you on too much.
Okay.
At least remain friendly.
Excellent. Yeah. Well, spend a few hours doing that. If I don't get any luck, like
What are you looking for out of this?
basically what I'm looking for is if any of them drop any sort of hint that they're sympathetic to the union during that
Do
conversation.
you mention the union?
I don't mention it. No.
They don't bring
But
it up.
they don't bring it up at all. Okay. Fair dues. Alright. Well, if they aren't complaining overtly, I'm just gonna
No, they seem to complain actually very little.
very little. Fuck. Alright. Well,
Well then, if that's all. We've had our drinks. Don't mind walking you back to your quarters in case you get lost along the way.
yeah, actually, well, so I just like look at the drink. I think I might spend a little bit longer here just to wind it down, if that's okay.
Sure, it's getting awful late, and our shift's starting in another 6 hours. You best be getting some shut eye. If you're on earlys, right?
Yeah, so it's
Yeah, 6 hours. You gotta get some sleep, man. That's a 12-hour shift tomorrow.
uh,
Well, come
all
on,
the
we'll get
sh-
you to your quarters.
all the shifts like that.
Of course. They assist you, thinking you're a little bit drunk, and begin bringing you back towards the recreational.
Yep.
Yeah.
Sure.
Back towards the residential district.
Can I possibly? Do any of them like break off, like to go to their like apartments or anything like that?
Not yet. They will once you're in the residential district. You suspect, but not currently.
Right. Okay. So they're just trying to get rid of me at this point.
No, they're trying to help you back to what they assume is your new flat.
Why have I stumbled across the actual genuine nice guys in this fucking city? God fucking damn it!
You're gonna have to remove them toes there, Shawnee boy.
God fucking
So-
damn it!
You guys in
God.
Alley have been waiting 3 hours at this point.
Oh, the axe is buttoned. I'd imagine the fucking bear
All
is
still sitting in the
firing
alleyway.
it off.
I'm going to. I'm going
It's
to.
alright.
Remove whoever dented my axe, I'm going to remove their heads.
We'll cut back to Sean then. Sean, they're leading you through the market district.
What like time of day is it?
When he left, it was early evening. I'd say about 4 or 5 o'clock. Early shift had just finished. When he's coming to you, it's about 9, 9:30.
So the
So-
factory runs during the night as well, yeah.
Oh, 24 hours.
Okay, that's fine. Once it hits that like maybe hour and a half mark, I'm just going to go scout out hydroponics, and then I start walking away.
Yeah. Obviously, my trust was misplaced.
And then yeah, Paul, I would like to just go towards hydroponics,
Mhm.
and is there some sort of like high up vantage point I believe I could sort of like chill out and just find somewhere and just
Yeah,
chill,
there's
like hunker
plenty-
down and
plenty
just
of-
like watch.
Plenty of lower buildings as well as the skyscrapers, especially around sort of residential and market district. You can definitely get up on a roof and sort of overlook it. It's a bit like, like favela flat roofs.
Oh
Sort
yeah,
of
yeah,
like
yeah.
that around here.
I would like to just find a roof that kind of like watches. After a moment, I'm sure if I time it well, where I can see like a shift change. There's maybe like some sort of main door that starting and ending shift workers would use to come out of the
Yeah, you can
hydroponics.
definitely find that, yeah.
I would just like to get somewhere a little bit high up and just like
Mhm.
watch that and just keep
No
an eye
problem.
out for Matthew.
No problem. Sounds good. If that's the case, we can jump back to Sean because the shift change is in the morning again. So Sean, these guys are leading you through the market district,
Mhm.
through the residential district. Actually, you would notice Galen being led in by these three individuals into the residential district as sort of the late night workers who are on the early shift sort of start going to sleep to get ready for their shift in the morning. I assume all of you see this from your rooftop.
No, depends what's stabbing him. It may be consensual. But it might be consensual, you never know. Or you think he's... Oh, you mean death? I thought you meant gang rape. I suppose. What do you say? You coming, Hawkeye?
Oh, we together? What? Ah, okay, okay. I mean, if you say that, then I'm just gonna. I'm good.
So yeah,
I'm watching hydroponics.
that's
I have a mission.
it's fine. Galen,
I
these
don't
three
give a
guys
fuck about
lead you
anything
up into
else.
the residential tower and go, oh, where's your flat, mate? What's your flat number? We'll get you there.
I'm not too sure.
I can't stop
It's
at the bar. One of them
I
slaps
think
you in the back. You could stay with me the night. Come on, mine's this way. He begins to lean you down the corridor.
Oh no, he is gonna get
Hey.
yeah.
Of course you can. How stealthy do you want to be?
I turn to the big Russian and say, like, lean on me. And, like, laugh periodically. Yes, you're drunk. I'm underarm and carrying him, like, staggering with him.
Yeah, roll me a d20 for stealth. One of you.
One or both?
Just one.
Alright, cool. Fair enough.
You are as stealthy as you expect you are. Everybody notices. Nobody says anything.
I'm making comments of, I thought you cold folk were so used to alcohol. You
Galen,
can't handle your drink, can you?
Galen, you definitely notice this, and so do your compatriots, but they seem more concerned in making sure you get home safe.
It's fair. It's fair.
Oh, these poor guys.
Eventually, they lead you to a flat. So hustle you inside and go, here, a cup of water, pal. You could sleep on the sofa. No problem. They get you all huddled up.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, the guy whose like apartment that I'm staying in,
Kev.
fair dues. Just like as it like I fall onto the couch or the equivalent thereof, and bundle up and just like, I want to join the union.
As you say that, the whole room falls silent. Not a word is said. And as you creep your eyes open, you see all of them looking at you with murderous glares. Kev gets down beside you and he goes, Galen, me old chum, what did you say about a union?
I just heard people talking about it in the bar.
Who did you hear talking about it, Galen? There'll be no union on this soil while we breathe. He looks infuriated at the mere fact that a union would be proposed. Now, Galen, I'm sure you've worked for Whanita before. Very good to us. And he like pulls down his shirt and you see he's got tattooed on his heart, like the symbol of Whanita that you can see in the map. So if you're talking about a union, we'd need to know. Management needs to know. Who told you? And they sort of like begin like crowding you.
It's like show my watch that people were talking about the union in the marketplace. It sounded
What
like,
seller Galen? Is it him?
I think so. It was people I was talking nearby. I,
Sort of nod to each other like, yeah, those fuckers. Of course it was them. Now Galen, you seem a good lad. So don't want to hear any more talk of this union business. You do your work now. We'll keep you right. You don't put this union business out of your head. Bad news, those unions. Bad news. They want to suck the money out of you, Galen, before you can get it. You put that nonsense out of your head. They sort of like gruffly stand up and go, watch each other, nod to each other. Aye, we'll get him in the morning. Aye, before the shower they shift starts. Right, see you lads then. I'll look after the lad. The two of them leave, and the other guy sort of like shakes himself up and goes, right, so you get a good sleep, lad. I'll see you in the morning. Walks into his room.
roll back over. When I notice he's left the room,
Mhm.
I'm like, pull out my communicate the data slate. Just message to the guys. Anti-unionists staying at their place. They're gonna go for some. They're going to attack union workers tomorrow. Be able to find some then.
Uh,
Yeah. And with that, turn the data slate off and
Righto.
sleep.
You
That's-
get a message back just saying, open the door.
Wait. I specifically messaged I'm staying at an anti-union workers place,
Yep.
and you're
Get
telling
the
me,
message.
and you guys are telling me to open the door.
Yep.
I just drunkenly, I walk over to the door and
You're not actually drunk, though.
yeah, I know it's anyone that might be overhearing, and I open the door. I peek out.
Grab the door. You twist the knob.
Mhm.
Door's locked.
Do I notice any locking mechanism, electronic,
There's some
mechanical?
sort of keypad on it that looks like you
Keypad.
slide like a car's or a chip in.
Oh, what's the bathroom? Go back to the couch. Pull out the data slate. Keypad. Lock.
Me?
I'm,
So we shove you through the door at this point.
I'm safe. We might find some unionists at the attack tomorrow.
We can find them right now. Open the damn door.
Keypad. Locked. I sent it again.
Sergey, use your third fucking arm and get this thing open. These guys know who the unionists are. So
is this all in the group chat, or are you just talking to each other like?
no, we're
vocally?
talking in the hallway.
Oh, okay, never mind then.
I think it's stupid, reckless, and very public. The sun has went down. A knife in the dark is a much more discreet way of taking care of a problem. They know who the Unionists are. 3 people well armed standing above your bed in the middle of the night makes you talk. I just
like
fucking
this guy.
rattled the door. Boom, boom, boom.
If you can rattle the
Door locked, and I send it again and roll over again. I try to pretend I'm asleep.
Sure.
I'm banging this guy's door.
You hear Kev wake up. Kev, God, he's looking at me this time in the morning. He stumbles over the door, pulls his keypad off the kitchen table, and slams it in, opens it up. What the? Who the heck are you?
Sit up on the couch.
Grab by the throat, click out the blade, and push him back and say, down on the floor.
Oh, you like one person. Get started.
You harboring a Unionist in here?
Oh, that's Galen. He's just a young lad. He isn't a Unionist. No, he's just misled.
I kick him in the side just at the hip and say, you hiding a fucking Unionist in here?
No, he's just a young lad. Oh, don't kill him. This guy's just like trying to protect Galen. Like, he's not a Unionist. He just doesn't. He's just misled. It's not him. Don't know anything about any other Unionists. Just what he's told us. Just what the lad Galen said. God, the lad Galen said the seller's a Unionist. Ready to go beat him up tomorrow. We were. I
I
swear I don't know nothing else.
point to him and look at you and say, watch him. And then I walk over and say, where's this wee bastard? And walk up to Galen. And I basically like pick him up and go, the fuck are the Unionists, you wee shite?
He just stares at you dead in the eyes for a moment, just completely blank faced.
A little wink.
I don't know. I overheard a lot of people near the watch cellar were talking about Unionists. I don't know if the watch cellar is part of it. You might be, but a lot of them were talking about it in the marketplace. That's all I know.
The marketplace, you say?
Yeah.
I think the guy in the
Any
force.
names mentioned? Give me a fucking name right now.
They didn't. The Unionists, they also some socialists. I don't know. They didn't actually mention any names. Just they're getting more traction. That's all.
I said, give me a name. I turn to Sasha and I say, get the axe.
Okay. Okay. I need to ask.
The guy in the
need to-
force. Like, no, never heard of him. He's a good lad.
I-
We'll help you. We'll help you get them.
I need to ask you two.
Yeah.
How damaged is my axe?
Oh no, I was fucking me.
And no, I'm also out of character. Out of character.
I haven't touched your axe.
Cool. Excellent. Okay. Never mind.
It went from like 3 hours to 90 minutes. I'm kidding.
Okay. I'm pipe worker. I just came in yesterday.
Oh, you work for Matthew? Isn't that a coincidence? A Unionist working under Matthew. Where's Matthew?
Matthew, I'm working in the same department as him. I'll be able to talk to him.
We know.
I'll be able to, I get you on the inside.
Where's Matthew?
I don't know. I just started yesterday. I haven't met him yet.
I like.
He's in bed. He's in bed. He's sleeping around this time. He starts the early shift tomorrow. On what's lads? 2 floors up. Room 758. I was round his flat once for a drink.
Oh, are you talking about in his flat, eh?
I did. He's a good lad. He's not. He loves the corporation. I swear. He's a good lad. He's always steered us right. Matthew has always steered us right. Exactly, just as the company handbook says.
What state is this guy in? Like position wise? Is he like lying
He's like
on
sort
the
of
ground?
it's like crawling on the ground, holding his stomach where you kicked him, like sort of rolling slightly, trying to keep away from the axe, but also like not like wiggling away. He's just like turning away so he doesn't get hit.
I'd like to, would you call it, take like the cover, like the the couch cover
Mhm.
off the couch, wrap it around his head, and then just gradually like
Yeah, yeah.
no, no,
you,
make it like knocking him out, asphyxiating him.
you do this. He does not resist.
Now, how simple was that? No, he's knocked out. He's unconscious, for fuck's sake. Get his legs. I'll get the top half. Get him in bed. You put this back in the couch. Give like the cover back to you, Gaiden.
Don't do that again. I take the axe.
Oh.
So what do you want me to do? Because I can't show my face here anymore.
Oh, message Nigel. Tell him in where Matthew is. Yeah, Hawkeye in his fucking tower.
Silent but
This
deadly.
is really your guy's first gig, isn't it?
Didn't usually do this sort of work.
Don't ask.
Insurrectionism.
What I'm telling you this is though is that we better be off of this planet by sunrise
And if we're
because
not,
I can't stand the fucking heat in this place wearing armor, carrying this shit, and also a fucking shawl.
you have
We
no
all look
idea.
ridiculous right now, for fuck's sake.
You have no idea how long we're going to be here for.
I mean,
You were meant to go find one person and lure them back to the alley. Said you go perusing and go for a gangbang with 4 other men.
What the fuck are you talking about? Do you know how easy? Do you know how difficult it is to actually find someone that openly admits that they're actually into the union here?
Big Bear Man thought you were going to get raped. The only reason why we came after you is because he was worried that you were going to get your arse stitched.
What? Why would your mind go to that?
I mean, does anybody text me?
I'll walk to the window and look out to see if there's a vantage point across the way that like look in.
This window looks into the center of this spire, and you can see it like sort of circling up.
So the only way to walk into this building is from another building.
How do I say it?
Nigel, okay. You text me.
It-
Once I get that text saying that, Matthew is in this room, I immediately start making my way there.
How do I describe it? The inside of the tower is like a courtyard. So if you're inside the tower looking, and you can see the other apartments. But if you're outside the tower looking at it, you just see the outside. It's
So like in Dread?
yeah, like in
So,
Dread.
like, yeah. So
There are
the
apartments
tower's
either
got like
side
a
of
big
it,
hollow.
or outside of the it's a big hollow pyramid like, triangle basically, all the way up. You have to just begin walking straight there. Sort of like middle of the shift change right now, so the place is quite quiet. The lights have been dimmed to let the workers sleep. Nobody's really about. Anybody that is either maintenance staff or they're cleaning, or they're stumbling home drunk.
So we can go about this a couple of ways. We can do the same routine here and get the fucker, which might be a bit noisy, or you can hack in with your wee magical glove hand there. Or you can go across there and shoot him in his bed. You said cut off the head. If we skin him and throw him off the building. He tried that already. He has morals. He can't be bought.
What?
Well, the fucking corporals couldn't. Whanita couldn't bribe as fuck.
Oh boy, here I go killing again.
Yes.
They did. They said specifically they've tried blackmailing him, buying him off. He refused.
That's
We
what I asked when I was
killed him.
hungover and said,
He
like,
was-
can't you corporal fucks
He was
buy them
described
out?
as a man with nothing to lose.
Oh, yeah.
I imagine this conversation is happening, and like a pane slides over on the television screen we're all watching this on, and you see Nigel standing in the elevator, rising up through the floors, tick tick tick, as he approaches his target as you're having this conversation.
I'm like walking out the elevator, just drawing my blade.
Exactly.
Just tell me when he gets to the apartment.
You're insufferable. Do you know what we should really do? If you don't want him killed, then he loses something, whether it's his tongue or his balls. You're carrying a fucking axe. What do you mean, blood?
I've had
Fucking am. And I walk out the door.
You all leave, and as you leave, the door closes behind you. The slam of the door, the close of the door, hard cuts to the first knock on the door of Matthew.
Oh no!
How do you knock on this door?
This is a fucking Guy Ritchie movie, by the way. I'm sorry.
It is now.
It's a woman that
Um,
answers. Oh my god, no!
Yeah.
Might as well I just do like a little like
Mhm.
3 little taps.
You wait a moment, and
I
the
stand
guy
hands
opens up
clasped
in the
behind my
door
back.
and like looks out at you. Is it?
I put on a smile. Nephew, there's something I need to discuss with you immediately.
Roll me a deception.
Boy.
All right then. You best come in and have a cuppa. And you hear the creak as he unlocks his door and opens it up. And as he opens it up, you see standing there Matthew, bald, tattooed down the shoulders, Leicester tattooed across his chest, a big man in a string vest with a big beer belly, wearing a pair of boxers. He goes, "Oh, you best come on in then."
this is not it's,
But he's daddy. He's daddy.
it's
Where's
Matthew
your fucking
Senior.
son?
It's senior. Yep.
Where's your boy, Matthew? You better get there before Dougal comes up the fucking
He's
stairs.
like, "Oh, you best I'll make you a cup of tea. Come on in there, lad."
I step in.
You step in. It's a relatively clean apartment for a middle-aged drunkard.
For now.
He walks over to the kettle and begins heating up some coffee for you. He goes, "What have you got to tell me? I'm not getting demoted, am I?"
Not as such.
Oh, that's a relief then. Here you go. I'm not sure up to your standards, but so, what brings you to my door at this time of night?
Take a sip. I hear tell that you're Matthew Senior.
That's right. That's right. I'm senior pipe engineer.
Now this business I must discuss. It concerns Matthew Junior.
Was that the junior pipe engineer?
Like I'll pull out my thing and like show the picture.
Oh yes, that's him. That's the boy. What was his name again? Matthew. What's it bring?
My
That
character
was
would
his
know it,
name.
but I can't recall it. What like
Matthew,
Watsby or
what? Yes.
something?
What's
I like say that.
He's,
Matthew
I
Watsby.
think he's on shift now. Actually, he usually does the night shift around this season.
Indeed.
Mm-hmm.
Something I must speak with Matthew Junior, and well, I already visited hydroponics. I could not find him. Do you know exactly where he's working currently?
fuck, I couldn't, not off the top of my head. I don't know. We'd have to talk to his foreman. He does the rotas for the night shift. I could
Could
give
you
him a ring, I
perhaps
guess.
call the foreman and
Ah,
inquire?
God, 1 second. So he walks over and he's got an old phone on the wall. Batters in a number and he's. Sam, is that you there? Yes, yes. What did you do with the young Watsbury this morning? Hmm. Hmm. Oh, there's just somebody here from corporate looking to talk to. Hmm. Yes, yes. Not a problem. Send him out. Send him out to the yard. Yes, probably best. Yeah. Let's see if this bad enough of a walk. Radio. Let him know. Thanks, Sam. Yep. Yep. No, I don't owe you a drink for this. Nope. Nope. Bye, Sam. And he hangs up. He goes, yes, he's Sam sending with the young Gotsbury. He'll send him out to the motor pool, the transport parking lot. You'll send him out there. You'll meet him just outside the secretary's office. There's office there. He was to talk to him in that.
Thank you for your time, Mr. Matthew.
Any time at all. Would you like my business card?
That's quite alright. And I just stand up, set the cup down, and give him like a slight nod. And I walk to the door.
Anything to help?
I don't say anything else. And just open the door and leave.
You hear
You just had a conversation with the devil.
the door locked behind you, and yeah.
Yeah, I just make my way back to the elevator and
Mm-hmm.
begin to head directly towards whatever that parking lot is.
You
Imagine
cheap
we
bastard.
have a bit of a slash cut now. As one elevator descends, the other rises.
As I get to the elevator, I proceed to send a message. Just says target acquired. What was it? Motor pool parking lot.
The transport parking lot.
Transport parking lot.
Well, question in a way. Well, Matthew not in apartment?
Matthew Senior in apartment.
Copy.
Imagine we see the elevator stop and then begin descending as well. Uh-huh.
Oh, it totally
I
did
do.
that thing in like modern shows though, where like it came up like the text bubbles from like each one.
Yeah. Because it's like a Guy Ritchie movie in the sense that I'm pissed off shouting or whisper shouting at the other two whilst carrying the guy's body to the bed.
Uh-huh.
And then whilst I'm telling like laying out the plan or how to set an ambush, there's just this scene, a thing we walking up the elevator, pulling out the blade and going, I'd like a chat.
It's like he's like
"Oh,
American.
no."
It's the American Psycho walking us towards the door.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
100%.
Yeah, y'all exit the elevator at the same time and begin making your way across the factory to the.
Gen- Gentlemen, just to alert you, you may be walking into a trap. The transport area is a very open area with plenty of vantage points looking onto it. Oh, do tell, please, go on. I'll let you do the close contact. I, for one, am going perch hunting. I'll be watching you through a scope.
I feel safer already.
As you approach the parking lot, you arrive. Just a number of workers milling about. There's always factory noise going on, even though it is nighttime now. And you wait by the secretary's office?
Yeah.
How long do you wait?
Still am in position.
I'm going to wait 15 minutes before I proceed to walk somewhere else.
I remember, was it you, Sean, asked me, could you make a check to see if you spotted anything untowards every time you. Could you make me that check?
Will do. 10.
10, a pass. What are you looking for?
Any individuals that, how do I put this, are trying to make themselves specifically unseen, trying to blend in with the environment.
You see a lanky man carrying a large box, sort of obviously too heavy for him. Way this way across the parking lot, and he seems to be paying you more attention than the average. But you catch his eye, and as you do, he drops the box and runs.
Sprint after him immediately.
You begin sprinting right into the parking lot. Nobody else has seen this. You just see Galen take off like a shot, right into the
I don't
middle of the
move.
parking lot.
Do I not see this?
Only Galen sees this. Only
Right.
Galen was keeping a specific eye out. Everybody would have seen this, but it's up to Galen. You know what I mean? Yeah, everybody sees Galen charge off, and you see a guy running, but you don't get as good a picture of him as Galen did. He just looks like a guy in a jumpsuit to you. You see the box he's dropped in? It's a good 30 to 60 meters behind him. But, no. Okay. Well, we'll cut to Galen's chase first then, and then we'll do whatever you guys want to do during that. How about that?
Okay.
Galen,
Oh, you-
chasing
you-
this guy
you know
across the
I'm
parking lot.
Overwatch.
Yes.
Of course. He bolts.
Mhm.
Don't need this anymore. Yeah. Oh. So much for me, Matt. He bolts into the hangar bay.
Uh-huh.
Sound of welding and mechs. Door now slightly ajar. Roll me an athletics test of some
Okay.
sort.
I've got both assault to take part in direct and over combat and get somewhere quickly. +2 for either of those.
Get somewhere quickly, but definitely apply here. I'll give you that.
Thank you. 12.
12.
I'm specifically trying to catch up to him so I can swing with my axe.
You attempt to catch up to him,
Mhm.
but he seems to be gaining on you. This lanky man, he seems to have a better time getting over the rubble than refuse strewn about
Mhm.
the parking lot with his long legs, and he's just got a greater stride than you. So he is gaining distance, but you notice him run into the hangar bay, and now you've lost sight of him. You continue chasing.
I do. Would I be able to roll spot, see if I can catch his eye, see if I can spot him again?
Roll me the chase first.
Chase first, will do.
You get into the hangar bay. You look around. There's men everywhere with welding masks. There's 3 great forklift mechs. The lifters in each arm and a large cockpit in the middle. Obviously, these are mechanized forklifts that you use for carrying the real heavy cargo containers around here.
Mhm.
3 of them lined up. For you can't see. Jumps it. There's too many people. Roll me a spot with a difficulty.
So that's minus d6, isn't it?
Minus a d6.
1d20 minus 1d6 +2, because it's still spot.
Look around and
Oh.
he can't. Nothing. Nothing.
Can I climb up into one of the mechs?
Into one of the mechs.
Yeah.
You
there-
approach one of the
alright.
mechs, and the security guard holds up his hand and goes, Hold on. What are you doing over here? Shouldn't you be back in the recreational facilities, lad?
No.
And you look down and you're still wearing the white robe.
Oh, sorry. I take off the rope. No. Smash across the face with the axe.
The first casualty, everybody.
Roll to hit. Sean, please.
Say assault count for this ball?
I would say assault, and you get a d6 for surprise.
Plus 1d6.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you slam him across the head. How much damage does your axe do?
I believe 2 kinetic.
2 kinetic. Yeah, you slam him across the face. His helmet takes most of the blow, but it cracks and sort of falls off his head. And he's staggering, bloodied.
That's fine. I would like
Combat
to
has now begun.
Shit. Okay.
He is
That's
not the
fine.
only security guard in this hangar bay.
It's fine.
So how turns work in this is that the players always act first.
Okay.
I always act second.
Right.
Everybody gets a turn, and then the turn resets. You can choose who takes a turn, or I can dictate, depending on what the situation is.
Fine.
So you go first. Son, I'm going to let you go first because you're the one who initiated the combat and currently in the boost shit. What do you do?
I would like to the staggered guy that's in front of me. I would like to push him aside and try and jump and try to climb up into the mech, closest mech.
Give me an athletics for that. You
This
can use
fucking
your skits over
escalated.
quickly for that too.
He's stealing a weapon.
13.
Yeah.
You succeed. You push this guy out of the way and you begin climbing up the ladder at the side. Feet falls heavily ringing on the steel. You
Mhm.
climb in. I'm going to say that's the end of your turn.
That's fine. Yeah, that's absolutely fair.
Over the general hustle and bustle, the rest of the party wouldn't have heard this yet. Just like another clang and 1,000 clangs. And then the gunfire starts. And the shouting. And the sirens. As soon as you climb into the mech, sirens begin blaring. Somebody's pulled the alarm. And there's now 3 armed troopers pointing assault rifles at the cockpit of the mech, shouting at you to get out. Your final warning, get out, move, get out. And they begin climbing up to try to get in after you.
Okay.
I'm going to say that's their turn.
Okay.
You guys have now heard this. You give me some combat music here.
I am on a roof under my
Uh-huh.
camel cloth with my sniper, just watching the yard.
You are, yes. You
I am
hear
just
these
like,
alarms.
what the
These
fuck
alarms
is going
going
on?
off. You see shadows moving, and you see workers begin bolt out of the hangar.
Can
Flee.
I?
Who's going first out of the 3 of you?
Hangar is separate from like hydroponics, eh?
Yep.
It is the other side of the factory.
Ah. Okay.
We are round the corner at the administration building.
Uh-huh. You can hear this happening. You can see people flooding out of the hangar bay. Alarms and sirens have begun going off. There's strobe. There's lights whirring.
I, in my Overwatch, would like to use my spot action to see if I see Matthew Jr.
Okay. Roll that for me, please. A D20 plus whatever you have.
I am doing something wrong here, by the way.
Holy shit.
Yeah, you look about, but in the darkness and the hustle and bustle, you think you see him go towards the recreational centre, but you can't be sure. It could have been somebody that looked like him.
The flashing lights and alarms is just glaring
Alarms,
the
flashing
lens.
lights, bodies everywhere, people running into each other. They're all wearing the same jumpsuits. Like some of them wearing helmets. You think you catch a glimpse of him? He's going towards the rec centre, but you lose him in the crowd again. He could have gone somewhere else, or it wasn't even him.
Thank God you never made me roll and knock the guy out, by the way. 'Cause it would have been funny.
I know. I was going to give you that one. Right. Their turn again. Instead of acting inside the hangar, you hear the growl of engines and the sound of flyers as a number of ground cars begin slamming through the front gate of the factory from the local police force, intent on seeing what is causing the commotion. Who else? Nathan, Reese, who goes next?
I would like to just head over to hydroponics.
If you don't mind, I'll let your turn go last then. If you're not
It's fine.
going to intervene directly in this combat.
That's
Nathan, go
100%.
Oh yeah, ooh. The box is currently being trampled by about 1,000 footfalls of people fleeing the hangar bay. Would you roll me a strength or some sort of navigation to fight your way through the crowd to get to the box? Yeah. I'll let you that to pull yourself through a crowd. I'll give you that, yeah.
Panic mob. I do love that, like, as soon as there's like, Reese's character just goes, nope, and turns and walks.
Yeah, you can
I'm not running, I'm just
It
walking.
just casually walks.
pulling yourself through the mob, crawling through, picking people up, shoving them out of the way.
I have a mission.
But it's slow going, and you're not making much progress through them. For every man you push out of the way, another 2 come at you, shoving past you. Back up to the top of the round, and it's their turn again. The guy continues to climb up. He gets to the top of the ladder, pokes his head up, and sees you, Galen, inside the cockpit, and goes, "It's your final warning. Get out, or we will be forced to take lethal action." But he's still on the ladder. It is now your turn. What do you do?
Okay. I'm going to look at the guy, smile as wide as I can, with the most psychotic eyes possible. My favorite kind of action, lethal. And I'm going to reach into the cockpit, and I would like to see if I could do. I don't know if this would be quick tech or full tech. I want to basically jam one of the joysticks so the top of the mech, the actual upper torso, starts spinning.
Go for it. Okay, yeah, that's fine. Roll me a 1d20 plus your grit or mech skills.
I don't think any mech skills or triggers would apply to this.
That's fine. Just d20.
Yeah.
You have mech skills?
You hit this joystick.
Mech skills. Yeah.
And nothing happens.
Yep.
You look about. There's no lights on in the cockpit.
Fuck's
There's no
sake.
key in the ignition.
Fuck's
It's not even on.
Poor Galen, the lad was just here one day and he wanted to join the union.
Oh, fuck's sake.
This is why we can't have unions.
This guy in the ladder's gonna go. He gets up the ladder, pulls out his assault rifle, and goes, "Step out of the cockpit." Can even get this thing moving? You don't have a key. Step out. I don't want to shoot. I don't want to kill you.
Paul, would you say it was a quick action or full action?
Do you know what? I'll let you say you have another half action.
Half action.
Because you did not realize that you had to turn the mech up.
I thought this was one of the mechs that I was on, and there was a guy inside of it. As well.
All these mechs are off maintenance.
They're off maintenance.
None of them are turned on or moved.
I mean, this is the mechanical chassis yard.
We can come back to your turn at the end of this round.
Yeah,
your
please
last
do.
turn, and then everybody else go.
Yeah, please.
Haggy, Nathan, do you wish to try doing whatever you're doing? Reese, I'm going to assume you continue moving towards hydroponics.
I'm just looking for Matthew. I don't care about anything else.
Perfect.
I'll let Nathan go because I'm still overwatching. Unless you let me do another spot check.
Let's do the spot checks at the end of the round, unless Nathan wants to do something more direct. Roll me another strength, please. Yeah. Pull yourself out of the way, shoulder people out. Your third arm's like poking people in the eye. And you reach this box, this wooden crate. It's a wooden crate. It's 100%. You jam it in there, rip it open, and inside
Staples.
It's full of plastic pipes. Different odds and ends for connecting pipes, corners, T-junctions, square junctions, plus junctions.
Are they blue?
They're all white. It's like, somebody was plumbing the toilets earlier and had this lying about. It's plumbing pipes. You've definitely seen these in like bathrooms. Next turn, perhaps. Would you like to do your 2 spot checks for me now, guys?
Oh wow, it does actually work.
Sorry, Haggy. Again.
Let's go. I'm glad it's not a 1.
You see the police coming, and you sort of think they might spot you up here. Sort of doing an Overwatch.
And a mechanical.
You're not conspicuous, but there is a risk. It's not. How do I say? It's not a likely spot, but in your mind it does register that if you are spotted up here, you look very suspicious.
Yeah, I relocate, run into the crowd, and then make my
Yeah.
way to the obvious location as to like where the guy works. So I'm heading to hydroponics,
Perfect.
but
No
I'm a
problem.
good 2 turns behind the walking devil.
The Walking Devil, please roll your spot check.
Nothing funny. It's a panic mob, and this guy's walking.
He was. He's the head of the mob slightly still. So the mob
Yeah,
sort
I'm
of
like the other side of
dispersed
the
and ran
hangar.
about, and he's begun walking straight to hydroponics. It's like before the mob even reached him, he was leaving. Do you know what I mean? And then they're sort of being corralled now by the police cars coming in through the main gate, pushing them sort of back towards the factory, just disgorging the police officers, the corporate police officers, as they do in their black Whanita uniforms with red ties and their black body armor. They all sort of have handguns. They look like police officers. That's what happens in their turn. They begin filling this crowd and sort of beating the worst of them back with batons and sort of corralling them back to the factory, back to work.
Does a 16 spell anything?
16 doors. As you're walking through the crowd, you see a young man running ahead of you towards the residential area. His white hard hat on, looking over his shoulder to see what's happening behind him. You're pretty sure that's him, but the hair's a bit longer, a bit darker under the eyes, more wrinkly. Looks a bit more beaten than weather-worn, muscled, more taller, bit of a gut. Yeah, that's him. You're pretty sure 5 years? Well, you put your money on it.
I would like to follow him. And can I use act unseen or unheard?
Yes, you can. I'll let you do that to stealthily follow him.
Jolly good. 21.
Yeah. You
He has
successfully
no
stop
fucking
this man.
idea. Yeah, I follow him.
Do you mind if I leave that off there? You successfully following him to the end of
100%.
this sort of combat, and I'll come back to you at the end of the session.
Yeah, that's fine.
No problem.
I think we know how this is gonna end now.
So, Gillen, your half action, what would you like to do?
Fall out on towards the guy. He's
Mhm.
asking me to come out.
Mhm.
And with my last half action, turn and try to bury the axe in his neck.
Go for it. Roll the hit. Go for it.
I thought some sort
Yeah,
of iron
boom.
drunk.
You smash it. Roll your axe damage.
Just 2 kinetic.
Another 2 kinetic. Yep. Bury the axe into this guy's neck.
As I'm falling down, like on top of him.
Drops his gun and he falls with you, sort of falling out of the mech towards the guards below.
Beautiful. Yeah.
It's your turn again as you fall.
My turn again. Okay.
Back up to the top of the round.
Okay, fantastic. He dropped his gun, you said?
He currently falling with him. His gun is not in his hands. It's currently falling with you all.
Okay, that's okay. Would I be able to grab it? Is it possible?
Yeah, I would say it's possible. Yes. Roll me an athletics or a sleight of hand or something if you've anything to help.
Assault, get so
This
quickly.
is a-
No.
This is a rather difficult maneuver, so I'm going to say it'd be a d6 penalty for this.
That's fair. Well, 1d20 minus 1d6. 12.
Yeah, you succeed. You
Grab.
grab the gun. You land, boom. But as you land, you should jar your landing, and so you don't quite reach up to your full height.
That's fine.
But your land is successful.
And I just want to, with my axe in my right hand, wrap my arm around the guard's throat that I actually fell on top of, and hold the gun to his head.
Okay.
And I'm going to begin. I'm just going to smile. I'm walking out. I'm walking the fuck out.
All right.
Yep. We'll see if they open fire. They very well might.
Guards see you do this. Grab the guy, gun to his head, assault rifle to his head, hold it with your axe. I'm walking. I'm leaving. And they just open fire. Not into
They-
you, into him.
Yeah.
They do fire through him.
They don't.
Through the fire. What is your dodge?
I,
Dodge is 10.
yeah,
So
it's
both
just 10.
hit.
Okay.
How much armor do you have?
0.
You take lower damage as these bolts rip through the guard in front of you and shred into your abdomen.
Oh, feels good. Feels good. Okay.
Hagi, as your moving vantage point, and everybody hears this actually. It's like silence, rambling, you hear the sound of sirens going off, and then suddenly, like a crack that silences everything else, gunfire from the hangar bay. Automatic gunfire. What do you do?
I curse and say, fucking amateur, and then keep moving towards the hydroponics.
Righto. Nathan? You can roll me a search. You take the box, you tip it upside down, and just pipes fall out of it. You kick them about a bit. It looks like a bunch of pipes. They all seem hollow. They all make a satisfying clinking sound as they land on the tarmac. Okay. The most of the crowd is past you at this point. There are a few stragglers still running. And you notice the police have begun circling the area and like cutting it off. There's a few looking at you like there's a fucking guy in massive armor there with some sort of
Screaming
cannon,
at a box.
and there's just been gunfire. They're a bit jumpy. You begin. How do you leave? Where do you go? Because to leave north towards the pub and the entrance is past the police line. They're filtering in from the main gate. Yeah, you can be heading up towards raw material processing. There's a police up that way, and there's still a couple of stragglers. You have to sort of circle around for that, if you know what I mean. You have to go past the crab farm.
Can he not go down to Parade Lane?
You're currently past Parade Lane, if you know what I mean. You're around that corner in the parking lot. So the police are currently following through Parade Lane and through past the pub. So you're kind of like in that courtyard. To escape? Describe to me how you're using survival in this situation. Like, what are you doing to escape that's out of the normal of just walking away?
No, did you take one of the screws out your arm and throw it?
I'll give you. I'll give you. Yep. I'll give you a +2. And give me a negative D6 because you're pulling a risky maneuver.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, you walk out. And you reach the bottom of the lane and begin circling around up towards the hydroponics. I'm going to take it that you're all out of combat for this moment, so I'm going just to quickly round this up to Sean and jump back to you guys, if you don't mind. So, Sean, Galen.
Yep.
Your body's been filled to the guard
Yep.
you're holding for you as a hostage has been executed by his fellows. Honestly, what else did you expect out of corporate security? But what do you
Sure.
do?
It's fair. I'm assuming I can see basically a horde of police officers basically surrounding the place from here.
Yeah, you can see a line forming outside. They're sort of like pulling their squad cars up, aiming their pistols over it. They don't seem too encouraged to actually get in the building and get you, but they're definitely going to stop you from getting out.
How many are
Still
currently
two
around me?
guards, still two in front of you, holding their assault rifles, pointed at you, currently
Mhm.
spraying the body in front of you with bullets.
Mhm.
And there's the one on the floor, sort of like cradling his head, the first guy you clocked.
Yeah. No sign of my compatriots.
None at all.
Yep.
You thought you heard a roar of outside of some Russian, but you're not sure what's happening out there. There's no signs of violence.
Yeah.
Is that a bear?
So he's got no backup. He's completely surrounded on all sides.
Mm-hmm.
He's currently having PTSD flashbacks. So the last time this fucking happened, he was locked away for fucking life.
Mm-hmm.
Have the guys stopped firing for the briefest of moments?
And there's a moment where they reload, yeah.
Yep. Alright, just shut them. Alright.
It's not that you take all the damage at once. You're taking like nicks and scratches. And
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
blocking what you can and take the odd hit.
Just
The hepatitis will kill you.
Alright. I comply.
Drop him.
I dropped the assault rifle on the guy.
As you surrender, one of them steps forward, smacks you in the face with the butt of his rifle, and the world explodes into stars.
Yep. Perfect. I had no other
Can't
way.
wait to meet your new character next week, Sean.
Cutting back
I
the
suppose,
rest of the party. Nigel, you've tracked this man back to his apartment. Second floor.
Oh, fucking excellent.
Third room on the right. You're pretty sure this is the guy. He's gone in, he's locked the door behind him. You don't think he's seen you. What do you do?
Okay.
I'm going to say you get an action now, and then Haggy will arrive, and then an action after that, Nathan will arrive.
Okay. The inner is this the same kind of hab block where like it's got the inner hollow?
You've walked through this hallway 20 minutes before.
Son of a bitch. Does he live like fucking next door to the other nephew?
No, he's on a lower floor. He was at work at the time as well. So.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, 2 seconds.
Galen, it's fine. You're already working for the corpos.
Okay.
Okay. The inner like hollow part, is that only accessible like from inside apartments, like their balconies or their windows?
You could walk straight through the foyer into it. It's like a little park almost.
What are like the walls and whatnot
They're
made
like
out
flat
of?
concrete, but there's definitely spouting and wires running up with air conditioning units that have been hastily bolted in by residents. This is a corporate building, but it's also the lower corporate building. So it's not really maintained by the corporation, it's more maintained by the residents. There's ways and things you can climb on.
With the assistance of using my like mag clamp boots, would I be able to like acrobatics / shimmy / climb my way along to get to his apartment
I don't know
from
what you're
the
mag clamping
outside?
into, because
That's what I don't know either,
well,
because
you could definitely climb even without them. Like you're a fairly proficient climber. Anybody could really climb this. Seems like there's plenty of handholds, loose wiring, air conditioning units.
I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try
Go
and
for it.
come in through like
Oh,
his
yeah.
balcony/window.
Roll me a d20.
Okay. All my rolls, and I'm pretty good so far. So, this is where it's gonna be perfect.
How do you climb into this man's apartment?
Is there a balcony, or is it just like windows?
Whatever. How do you get in? Paint me the scene of you breaking into this man's apartment unnoticed.
I get up to okay. Let's just say it's just a window. Either way, even if it is a balcony, it's still like a window, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's a window. Let's just say, for the sake of argument, he's like not in this specific part of the room or house. He doesn't see anything. But anyway, I pull out my blade. I just slide it between the window, pushed across to open like a latch. Just without a single sound, just open that window, and just like cat burglar my way inside.
Perfect. Yeah, you get in. Aggie, you're a fair bit behind, but you saw Nigel walk through into the foyer, and then you get in, you sort of look around, you can't really see him, and then he's fucking climbing in that window. He must have found him. What do you do?
Am I able to investigate and discern which door or which apartment that would be?
Oh, certainly, quite easily. Yeah, it's like third floor up, sixth on the left.
I'd like to head to the front door, and I think the time frame for that would just be my action, my turn.
Yeah, that's fine. Nathan, as you arrive, you see Aggie standing there waiting on the elevator. And I assume you approach and both enter. And
Nigel's up there. He's in that room. Fuck. What in the fuck happened back there? I heard you screaming. Why the fuck did you scream? Yes, I heard you screaming, not Galen. No, the last time I saw Galen was when he was with you guys.
cut back to Nigel. Nigel, you've climbed into this room, his bedroom. He's in the kitchen, rummaging about, getting his bowl of cornflakes or whatever. What do you do?
Alright. I will just draw my blade.
Mhm.
I'm just going to go up behind him,
Mhm.
and I'm going to come behind him and like hand over the mouth,
Mhm.
push him down onto his knees.
Mhm. Can you
At the
roll
same time,
me
like,
a stealth for this, please?
yeah.
Give me a 1d6 because of your previous.
Does my act unseen or unheard apply?
It does.
Okay. Then can I apply my take someone out trigger?
We have
I
the
can't
same
remember if you
traits,
can
yeah.
stack triggers, but sure, let's go for it. Why not?
So, for the coach
Oh yeah,
and for the take someone out.
How do you kill this
cheating.
man?
I'm really good at killing people.
How do you remove this man's life from his body?
I'm gonna come behind him. I
Mhm.
like reach around, hand over his mouth, and just put my blade at the nape of his neck and just right through the vertebrae.
He's sort of like and then like looks down at the blade, like clutches at it, and then you feel him just like collapse into you.
And then just like swish the blade to the side, so it just like cuts half his neck out.
He just crumples, bleeding profusely on the floor,
Yep.
completely dead.
And then I just like wipe the blade in like the elbow of my
Mm-hmm.
sleeve, put my blade away, and go to walk out the front door.
I'm gonna say as you walk out the front door, picking his key card up his body, yeah, did you guys leave the elevator? Do you see him just leaving through the front door? You both sort of run into each other in the hallway.
I'd like to walk up to him. Is he in there?
Yes.
Was he
Mission
dead?
accomplished. Time to go.
What do you mean mission accomplished? Shut up. What do you mean mission accomplished?
Target's dead.
Did you learn anything before?
What is there to learn?
His allies.
I was given a name. His name.
I'm gonna go and see if he's got anything or dossiers or a roster or plans.
I just look really confused.
Nigel, come here, come here, come here, come on.
You're not Nigel.
Do you want to? Nigel, do you want to get a picture?
Of?
Confirm the kill.
Normally my word is enough.
Yeah, but you're working with corporals now. Right, you guys really don't get this, do you? The more simple the task you do with the less damage, the less money they take off your bail. The more investigation you find, the more you help these corporate shits, the quicker they'll take stuff off.
At this point,
Maybe, maybe not. But what I do suggest is that we spend some time in this apartment because the transport dock is pretty busy right now. With twos and
Yes.
blues, I don't imagine anybody's leaving until the next shift.
at this point, with the ongoing, well, what used to be ongoing gunfire, the alarms and the sirens going off, the residential tower started to become alive again. People are waking up and wondering what the disturbance is.
Okay. Go into the apartment
Lights
then.
are turning on. Mm-hmm.
Shut the curtains.
Mm-hmm. Matthew is dead, lying there in a pool of his own blood.
Right,
His-
you take a selfie. I'm going to go search, see if he's got any plans or actions or rust. You go touch the computer with that thing that you have.
I squat down beside Matthew, like grab him by the hair, holding up beside me, and just like take a selfie. So
Yeah, you do this.
No, but this is like what I wish could happen because it's like if you do it quickly or could do it correctly or narratively, then it works.
Of course you can. Mm-hmm. Go ahead, make the roll for me, please. Exactly.
I'm gonna pat him down actually while I'm beside his body.
You can pat him down. You
Check all his
find
pockets.
find his wallet and so on. And as you open his wallet, you find a card with his passwords on it. What it looks like.
Well, I don't
and
think.
as you turn to hand this to the Russian, you look and he's already in the files. He's already reading
Fair, fair.
documents. Yeah, you. What do you want from this hack, Nathan? You notice a number of contacts, friends, family, his plans for unionizing the association, but they're all sort of like, haha, we'll overthrow the corporates. They'll not be able to stand up to the power of the people. Nothing actually solid. He doesn't seem like he was a brainful guy. Then as you're digging through, there's one email you find, and it sort of stands out to you for some reason. But you're not sure. Alright, here. No second hand up for this one. I didn't expect you to get this far.
Sorry.
However, you find it.
An angry
An email.
Scotsman gets it done.
You find an email from Yaroslav Interplanetary, instructing him
Sounds like
in
another megacorp.
in the benefits of unions and their enactment within the Whanita Corporation, and how generous donors could assist him in such matters if he were to cooperate. Yaroslav Interplanetary. YARRISHOV Interplanetary.
YARRSHOV.
YARRISHOV.
HOV.
Yaroslav
Yep. Yaroslav.
Interplanetary. I've heard of them as a rival corporation, megacorp. They're not in Whanita or near the planet Good Neighbor, but they're in the general galaxy sort of sphere, yeah. You don't know them to be particularly good to their employees either. So it's sort of strange that they're sending this guy emails about unions.
Can I investigate his bedroom?
Go ahead.
Sure, doink. 8. Nah. What I'm doing is that I'm looking under the bed, under the mattress, trying to see if there's like hole bits in the wall or things like that.
Doesn't seem to be. Everything seems to be in good repair. You find a shoebox with some of his personal effects in it, but there's nothing physical that you can find that would link him to any unionization.
I'm gonna start eating the cornflakes he was making for himself.
They're dry with no milk in them, but you can
That's
have
okay. That's how I prefer them.
them. Perfect.
I know he's such a sociopath. I love it.
Yep.
That's how I prefer them.
Yeah. I assume you share this information, Nathan, with the rest of the guys.
Perfect. That's exactly what I was looking for. I was looking for the sponsor. You can't start a union without a bit of capital.
Yeah, go ahead. Give me an extra d6 in that benefit. Benefit? Well, actually,
You have
hold
his
on.
wallet. You have his card
Does
details.
Nigel give you his wallet?
I mean, I passed over the card with the details.
Yeah,
I mean,
you've
if
got his
that was-
card. You just plug
yeah.
that shit in. Yeah, didn't even have to roll.
Just check his mobile app on his phone. Just use
Bring-
his thumb as a.
Grab his
Phone
bank
ID.
details, and you don't notice any large deposits. Don't really notice anything crazy, actually. It sort of looks like he was a bit low on cash. Doesn't look really like he had much living hand to mouth. You know, he's maybe got 30 mana in his account.
What's his expenditures?
His account. Your account now.
Does it have his expenditures? What?
You can text Galen. What do you text him? You text him this, and we cut to black.
There's a
we
squad,
hear-
he's just standing there with a fucking phone going, huh?
And we hear the sound of the wind whistling through narrow nooks and crannies, like the sort of jostling and people talking, like in muffled, hushed tones. Everything sounds like you get tinnitus, like you've been slapped over the head. Galen, you blink your eyes clear of the pain and the malaise that affects you. And you look up from some sort of house. It's made out of wood. It seems to have sort of a slate shingle roof. There's a woman sort of the doctor's robe on, pushing you in this cart in this house. She taps your shoulder. She goes, "Don't worry, don't worry. We've got you now. We've got you away from those corpo bastards. You're one of us. Welcome to socialist freedom, my friend." And we cut there.
Amazing.
Well
There we
fucking
go.
done, Paul. Well done, Paul. Socialist utopia. Yep.
Sean actually
what's
has a
great
map
is
in
I've,
his
everybody
hand
I've got,
right
I've
now
got, I've got the map.
We killed
called the Socialist Retreat.
Brilliant.
Find
So
out next session.
yeah. So when
What
you
else happens?
said Nathan out loud.